Sparkles, and this is AstroTarot Tuesday Night Live. Welcome, welcome. We do this every single Tuesday night. I am an intuitive, evolutionary astrologer, energy reader, psychic card reader, and a spiritual healer starseed. I've been doing this many years, and I've got 1 year under my belt doing these AstroTarot Tuesday Night Lives, and it's so much fun to come together, connect with like-minded spiritual individuals such as yourself here and on the replay. We are broadcasting live, that's right, on multiple platforms. Thank you to all of the lovely Facebook groups who allow me to come in and do my thing every Tuesday night. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I love being here with all of you every Tuesday night. Just checking to see who's coming on in on the live, and I'm going to double check to make sure that we are all good to go on sound. If anybody's, I see Renee there. Hi, brother. How you doing? Yeah, looks like we're going through on all of the platforms. We are on YouTube, Facebook, multiple Facebook groups. And I'm so happy to see you guys. So excited to see you guys tonight for the Pluto return. Yes, Renee has just popped in the house. Thank you to Renee, who is always here, and Jerry Lynn, who's always here to help out, keeping it clean, making sure to transmute any negative vibes. And there is Jerry Lynn, and there is Madness, who just popped in, Madness Productions, who's also a moderator. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for joining in every single Tuesday night so that we can all have a good time, keep it clean, and make sure that there's no trolls trying to corrupt us up in the in the live stream chat. The Sparkle Tribe is here. We hope that each of you will join us every Tuesday night, because this isn't just talking about astrology. This isn't just talking about some cards. This is actual energy frequency connection. My frequencies connecting to yours, yours connecting to mine. So let's just get on into it, shall we? So we have so much to talk about tonight. We will talk about the astrology of the United States of America's Pluto return and what that exactly means energetically and for the world. We will also get into what is the next prizes that we're giving away. Congratulations to Renee, who won the prizes. And then also that was Capricorn season. And then we had Jerry Lynn, who won the prizes for Aquarius season. So now we're on to Pisces season. Yes, we are. Hey, Tammy, there's my beautiful soul sister up in Canada. Thank you for popping on in and saying hi. Hey, everybody on the Facebook page, let me tell you, look at this. If you're on Facebook, I don't know who you are, but make sure and say, hi, it's me, because sometimes if you're in the group, that's how you come up. There's Shauna. Hey, hey, hey to the peeps. And Tammy, you know what? I am on it tonight. I am talking about this United States Pluto return. We're also talking about the fact that we are in Pisces season. This is the last zodiac of the astrological signs. This is pure spirit incarnate, okay? Beautiful, lovely, especially exciting energies with Jupiter there and Neptune, both being the rulers of Pisces. This is Pisces season. Currently, the sun is at 4 degrees Pisces. So we're just kicking it off, We're just getting going here. Definitely going to go into the cards. We're going to announce what the prizes are. We're going to do an invocation because this is a very spiritual time. This is the most loving Christ consciousness time of the year. This is also a gateway portal. We began this gateway portal, which I'm calling the Aquarian portal, during Aquarius season on March the 2nd. It was opened. And then now we're at the gateway at 2/22/2022. We'll get into what the numerology means for that number, which, by the way, adds up to a 10, right? So we'll get back to that. We'll also talk about the different ways that this Pluto return, exactly what a Pluto return is. I've had that question. We'll also talk to you a little bit about when we get into the card readings, after the astrology, after the announcement, after dealing with all of this, when we get into the card readings, you must know your sun, your moon, and your rising signs. Those are your big 3 signs, okay? That is what I'm focused on and meditating on prior when I'm selecting the cards, doing the prior reading, which I do a collective read just to feel the vibration out. Something very interesting happened to me tonight as I was doing that. I'll share that with you as well. But it's important that you know those 3, because when we get into the elements and we start doing the channeling through the cards, that's when you'll know, okay, this is for me. Okay, so we do the elements: fire, air, earth, and water. And for each element, I break down the intuitive, astrological, energetic message that is for each astrological sign as the tarot card portion of the night is happening. So, man, we got a lot to do, don't we? Let's get in there and just get after it. We are shifting rapidly. Exactly. Tammy's like, we are shifted. We have had so much incoming light infusion, which is shifting up our DNA. It's rewiring our brains. It's expanding our heart and our upper hearts as well, blowing out the third eye and the chakras, all becoming active, all becoming aligned. And that's when you feel all of these ascension symptoms that come in. I know last I checked, it was at KP3. We've had huge solar waves incoming. You look at this time period last year, we had these solar waves, you might call them, electromagnetic frequencies incoming, but they weren't like pounding. You'd get like a big upgrade to your body system, to your 4 body systems. You'd get an upgrade, and then you'd have like a little downtime to kind of, get through it. And now it's coming. I swear it's like January and February have been more intense than the entire year energetically of last year. And the nice thing is we're getting to that point now. And I've been saying it, and I've been preaching it, and I've been encouraging everyone just to get through it. We're getting to that point now where the beautiful energy is opening up finally. So congratulations, you have made it. Oh, I'm getting chills all over just talking about it. Oh, it's just been such a beautiful, I got up at 3 a.m. this morning, and I was just wired and excited and joyful and happy for my energy and how I am feeling within my body. Those kind of things that are happening for someone, and I don't like to say advanced or a higher or, there's all these labels, but it's so hard as someone like me to try to explain to someone who's brand new that's just like, I'm just figuring this out. I'm just barely opening the door. What does ascension mean? All of these questions that come at me. So I'm trying really hard to keep it as in flow with how everyone can somewhat relate, and also where I am at on the frequency level. It's all about energy, emotion and energy, and how you flow with that through these times. All right, so there's the opening. Hi, Rachel. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Yeah, she's agreeing. She's like, I was up all night. The energy has been so strong. It sure has, girlfriend. It sure has. Hey, Ray. Oh, there's Ray on the Facebook page. Hi, girlfriend. Thanks for popping on in. All right, we're just into it a little bit, and now let's go ahead and tell you a little bit about the prizes. Yeah, let's talk about the prizes. So the prizes we are going to give away every single month during the full moon week. Okay. So we'll have a full moon in Virgo next month, which, by the way, I'll give you a little tip. Anytime, and I learned this from the great Christopher Witecki, who I love at Serious Joy. He's an amazing astrologer and amazing intuitive out of Austin. And he spoke to how, and this really resonated with my heart. I don't often take things, but this is just something that really resonated. He spoke to how whenever the sun is in Pisces, then the earth is in its opposing sign, Virgo. And it made so much sense to me. So anytime, wherever the sun is at, you want to look to that opposing sign opposite. And that's where the earth is at. And that's where we're kind of like moving through our mundaneness as we experience through our subconsciousness the astrological patterns of the sun through our sun soul. Get it? The soul, sun. So there's a little tip that I learned from Christopher. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. All right. So let's just keep on moving here. I'm going to pull up the actual board here so you can see what we've got going on. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so here are the prizes right here for the Virgo full moon during Pisces season. Okay, so I made these little, you guys know how I like to dry oranges and lemons and fruits and stuff. I made these little Scentsy kind of like melters with essential oils and a little bit of crystals. And then I put different little herbs, and I put a little orange in there for citrus. There's a lot of jasmine in this because I feel like jasmine, I was just told jasmine is the energy for Pisces season, and it'll go very well with Virgo. So you'll get this, and then you'll also get this beautiful, look at that. Can you see it? This beautiful crystal, quartz crystal, has multiple, look at that. It's just got so many all jumbled up in there. And then I also have a blue, this was a dyed, now my brain just went bleh. Oh my gosh. It's a blue dyed crystal, and I'll remember which one it is in a minute, but my brain just went, and that's another thing, guys. Okay. Throughout these ascensions, like symptoms, it's like sometimes your brain just goes to stuff that you do and know and say all the time. It's like you get the brain just like stops on you or something like that. Hey, Donna. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Come on in. And then we have this wonderful, I love these mindful messages. Okay. This is just a wonderful deck. It's mindful messages designed with you in mind. You know how stressful life can be. You just pull one of these, and I keep another deck like this downstairs on my bathroom altar that I do readings and smudge clearings and stuff like that. And I love it. So I got another one to give away. All right, that's the giveaway. So the way you win is you have to be on YouTube. You have to go to YouTube to the replay of this video. You have to comment on the replay because that's where I go back to after the videos and get all of your names. And every time you share, so once you've done that, you've liked, you've subscribed to the YouTube channel, and you've commented on the replay. Once you share, and I see you, because if you share this video on Facebook, you could do it right now and get ahead of the game. And that will give you an additional entry to win. This is completely my gift to you. I don't charge you a dime. I even pay for the postage. So let's get in there and have some fun, and let's talk some spirituality through astrology. I'm not a cookie cutter astrologer. I go with the frequencies of the energies while honoring the science. Okay. I really believe in the science. I've watched these transits play out. I have I'm able to kind of like feel the tone of how the energy is going to roll out, but sometimes I can't get on specifics. But I will say that sometimes I've hit it and I was like, yep, there it is. And with it being 22222 today, one thing I do want to say, you can have a 22222 day anytime you choose. Okay. It's a portal day. I get it. A lot of people, the reason it's so cool and it's so important, I believe, is because there's so many people that are working on spirituality on that day, who are working to raise their frequency, who are working and putting out their own energy for us to live on a planet of love, unity, and peace, because that's overall what everybody's heart is really wanting. And you know what? We as the collective make that decision. Nobody else. Ain't no dark shadow people coming up in here telling us how we got to be. We project our reality. We create our reality through our emotion and our energy and our intent. We are that powerful. All right. One last thing while I am here. This is my wand that I just keep in case I need it. Whenever, and I got my money out. Okay, so this is for $1 million. This is for $2 million. And this is for $10 trillion for the collective. That's what those mean. And I set this out because we are dealing with the money axis. And we're dealing with Pluto, which rules Scorpio in the money axis. So we are dedicating this night to bringing in abundance for the collective. All right. That's where we're headed with this. Pluto, this is the card Pluto out of one of the decks, which is the Barbary Zodiac Oracle, one of the decks we'll play with tonight. Pluto had the number 22 on it, which I found freaking amazing. And it happened to be the first card that I pulled tonight. And I thought, yep, we're on Pluto, that's for sure. So we're going to talk deeply about Pluto and the number 22. Okay. Then by the way, 22 is the number of Aquarius. Okay. And we just came out of the Aquarius season, and Pluto is in Capricorn, the Earth sign right prior to Aquarius. And it's been there since 2009. Okay. It's at the very tail end. And finally, we are activating. We've been feeling this stuff. I mean, this return has been going on for a little while. It just hasn't come to the exact degree until today. And it will return to come to that exact degree in July and then in December. So this is a theme. So this is a long period. It's not like kaboom, everything happens today. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. But it's an initiation, which is really, really great. And then I found it very interesting that the 5 of coin, which is earth energy, tangible money energy, popped out of a deck it wasn't even supposed to be in. Like, I don't know how this happened, but somehow this card that goes into another deck ended up in this deck. And it popped. And I thought, that's bizarre. So yeah, we're going to have, for the collective, challenging times ahead. But it has to happen. The breakdown has to happen in order to break through. We don't give the breakdown throughout the world our complete attention. We just don't, as light warriors. Because when you do, that's where you're living. That's where you're creating from. So even though in your area, it might be Canada or Australia, even in your area, even though you're getting squeezed, you're getting it from all directions. It takes the most powerful of light warriors to be able to still hold their alignment through their frequency, their joy, their love, right up to the breaking point, to when it breaks through. You see? So those are the cards that just randomly came out, and I had to share them with you before we get going. All right. The cards we're playing with tonight. I'm just going to go ahead and get all of this going before we even get straight up into the chart and the astrology, because we're here. We'll play with the Star Tarot tonight. I love this deck. It's a very Piscean, magical, beautiful deck. It's so into that Neptunian vibe. Neptune is ruled by Pisces. Jupiter is the ancient ruler of Pisces, expanding on all of this energy. It's the most beautiful. It's like every reflection that you're seeing is like the deepest of waters of your subconscious. It's so amazing. We're playing with the Barbary Oracle, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, as well as the Archangel Power Tarot deck. So we'll be playing with all of those decks tonight after we jump straight up in here and look at this astrology for this Pluto return and for this week. All right, let's get that all out the way, and I will change up the camera so I'm in the full screen. Check in on the chat and see. Hi, Linda. Good evening. It looks like everybody's popping on in. There's Amy Ulrich. Thank you for being a moderator. I appreciate you so much, sister. And hi, Tracy Lee. It's so nice to have you here as well. Who else? Oh, there's Rachel. Thanks, Rachel. I really appreciate you coming. That's wonderful. And there's Colette. Hi, beautiful sweetheart. You need to come see me. You need to come see me. Speaking of, just a couple of things I need to talk about. This weekend is our big Barefoot Mardi Gras. Okay, we do this on the island every year. I can't wait. I'm going this year. I didn't get to go last year or the year before. I had other things, and I'd gone the year before that, and I think the year before that. But this is a big deal. They go way out, and it's right on the beach, and I'm going to be out there doing psychic card readings for donations for the Chapel of Spiritual Light. This is on Padre Island, Corpus Christi, Texas. So this weekend on Saturday after the parade, come find me on Padre Island and get your cards read. And it's just whatever you can donate towards the Chapel of Spiritual Light. Now I need to pull up this flyer because the Chapel of Spiritual Light is my church where I go to, or my chapel. And they're having a big crawfish boil. It's a big charity event on Saturday, March the 5th. So that's 2 Saturdays. So this weekend, come out to the Barefoot Mardi Gras. And then next weekend, you get a pound with sausage, corn, and potatoes. That's a big thing. You can actually, it says 100% of the proceeds go to building upgrades and upkeep. They need to help with a little help with their infrastructure. So this is a really good way to pay back if you're in the Corpus Christi area. You can always check them out on social media at the Chapel of Spiritual Light. And if you want that link, I will send it to you. Again, that is on the 18th. I'm sorry. That is on March 5th, 11 a.m. until they sell out. It says you can just drive on up and get yours, and you can take it home even if you want. So that's pretty cool. I like that they're doing that. So that's good. All right, all right. Hi, Christina. Thank you for being here, sweet sister. I hope you had a beautiful, wonderful, relaxing day. I understand. Go on and be a time traveler if you need to. But thank you for being here. That's right. Sometimes if you can't watch the whole thing live, just go on back and watch the replay on YouTube. It helps me. It helps you. It's a win-win. All right. Let's get into this Pluto return. Let's see. I need to pull out my tablet. And I just want to, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but I do want to show you the chart. And let's make sure we got it pulled up properly here. All right. Let's open this up. There it is. Okay. It's kind of big on the screen. I don't know why it's like that. That's okay. All right, so the USA natal return, of course, happened July the 4th on 1776. That is the day that they signed the Declaration of Independence. Pentacles. And did you happen to know, I got a fun fact for you. Did you happen to know that Benjamin Franklin actually was really big into astrology, and he actually chose this day? Okay, so that like they could have done it a little bit earlier, but he pushed it on to make it a Cancer. Okay, so let's see if I'm ready to write here. Make sure that my pen is on. Oh, that's right. I gotta do this. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Now you can see it better. There you go. So right here, it tells you the time and the date for the actual return. Now, a return is, and you have returns in your own personal birth chart, by the way, too. A return is by lunar return, meaning that the moon is going to come back to the exact degree and location that it was at the moment that I come out of my mama. You see, it's the moment that you're born. That is your soul's blueprint. And you calculate that by knowing your time of date, your date of birth, as well as your city and state or providence location. Okay, so you have to know those three in order to know your birth chart. Okay, and so this is the birth chart of the birth of the United States. And this affects the entire world because it sends out a ripple effect. It always does, right? Yep, okay. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you doing that for me on Facebook. You guys, please go over to the YouTube channel because it really does help. All right. Let me get back and stay focused, but I don't want to miss anybody who's in the chat. Because, see, you're all coming through on the chat at the same time, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or in one of the Facebook groups. So it goes a little fast, but we can keep up, can't we? Okay, so let's see here. The USA Natal Return. I want you to pay attention to this. Okay, so here is Cancer. Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. It is a water sign, cardinal sign. All right, so when we were, of course, 4th of July, in the middle of Cancer season, we also had Jupiter, which expands everything in what we believe and our mindset. We also had Venus, okay, our love, our values, our relationships. And here's the sun. And we also had Mercury in Cancer. Okay? This right here is why freedom lovers love their freedom. This is why we have such an emotion and passion for our country in the United States. This is why we speak and expand on this. This is why we fight. And therefore, that ripples out throughout the whole world. You see. In opposition to this, you have the moon. Okay? The moon in Aquarius. Okay? So Aquarius is all about the other, the community, the collective. You know, the water bearer gives water to its people. It's an air sign. And when you have these kind of setups with Pluto, I'm sorry, my bad. That's a quincunx. That's a quincunx. Here is the opposition right here. So you have Pluto, this is Pluto in Capricorn, the earth sign, where we're at right now at 27 degrees. So we're at 27 degrees right now on the now time clock. I'm looking at it on the screen here. So we just had that. It's 27.36 degrees. And here it's 27.33. So it's moved that far since it was exact earlier. Okay? And it was in retrograde. Pluto in retrograde. We will have Pluto go retrograde coming up this year. And we will have another exact return because it's going to come back. And it's going to hit the exact point that it's at today. All right? And it's going to pass. And then it's going to go forward. And it's going to hit it again in December for the last turn. So when I say it's not going to all happen today, it's a being initiated day. It's being kicked in. The door's getting kicked in on the revolution of how world power, governmental structures, because Capricorn is structures. It's all structures. It's everything. It's like a university to the White House. It is corporations. It's how you build up your structures within yourself even. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can define the structures. So I will see. And the other thing that I really want to point out here is that Mars in Gemini, Mars is your ego. Mars is war. Mars is passion, aggression. Okay. At 21 degrees, is also aspecting over here to Pluto. Anytime you get a Mars-Pluto aspect, that's going to kick everything up a notch. So this is why we are who we are. It kind of helps you. I'm not going to, I mean, there's more that I could go into here, but I'm not going to go into it that deep right now because we have 2 more times this year that we're going to really go into this deeply. So for now, we're going to just kind of go over some of the points so you have a better understanding of exactly what I'm talking about. Hope that helps a little bit. All right. Let's see. Tracy Lee makes a point. Yes, she does. She says she honestly thinks Texans have a lot more pride of America in Texas than most parts of the country. I'm speaking of California, Washington, Utah, places I've lived and don't compare to Texas. You know, I've lived in California, and I do understand, but I lived in Southern California, and it is a different vibe. You know, everybody has their vibe, but we all come together in unity for the fact that this country was born as a Cancer. Cancer is the most passionate, loving, caregiving, nurturing, and you don't ever want to cross a Cancer, you know? And with having 4 placements there, 4 active, very prominent places, to me, it makes me really understand where we are and why we're here. The last time we had this Pluto return, it was the Revolutionary War. And if you want to talk about the last time we had the opposition, okay, because you always want to look to the opposite when there's a major aspect, you look to the opposite, which was in the 1930s. We had the opposition to the Pluto return. It was like World War II. You know, there was a lot of stuff going on right there. But anyway, this is really, and I'm not going to get, I don't want to get into a fear mode because that's not where I live. That's not who I am. That's not what I want to project onto you. But there is a reality here with a Pluto return in Capricorn at 27 degrees. Major laws can be shifted. Governmental structures, exposure to like deep, dark corruption. Lots of exposure happening. North Node is in Taurus. South Node is in Scorpio. That is what we are going towards, North Node in Taurus, and what we are releasing, learning from, transmuting. These are the karmic nodes of the collective. And they just switched and moved in. If you didn't know, they just switched. And they're there for 18 months. Now 17 months because they've been there for about a month now. You know, we could have power struggles. I really feel strongly we'll have some kind of a leadership shift. Something will shift with leadership through governments or, you know, it could be, you know, through the parliaments, through, you know, there's a lot of different ways that this could shift, but it'll be something major. Changing in our structures of bankings, changing in like just rebalancing of the dynamics. That's very Plutonian in Capricorn. We could have like partnerships with other countries dissolving. We could have, and this is over the next 2 years, mind you. You know, I'm really kind of just hitting on a lot of things that like will come into be. And we're just seeing the beginnings of it. Like, thank God we're kicking in the door now. You know, we're really here at this point of really being able to do an overhaul. There may even be some, you know, deaths of leaders. You know, Pluto rules death. So I'm going to get over here while I'm speaking to all of this. You know, but I want you to understand that ultimately, this Pluto return is a very eye-opening type situation. It'll be a way where the world can actually break down to break through and create more balance, be more fair throughout our countries, everyone, where we can all feel loved and feel unity. Because it's happening during Pisces season, which rules pure spirit, pure love, healing through your heart, you know, and equality. You know, we really want to look at all of those aspects and ask ourselves, are we living through love? You know? All right, let's see here. I have, you know what I think I'm going to do? Before I get into this, what I do, just so you know, if you're new, what I do every week is I write messages, because I get intuitive downloads messages throughout the day, or I'll just get it during a session or after a session, or however. I just write these things down and then I come back to them later now and look at them to see what I wrote. But I want to look, this is my calendar where I keep up with the weeks and the energies of what's happening in the astrology. Okay, so yeah, I wrote a new era in leadership starting today. Now, tomorrow is going to be a little wonky. It's going to be a little, I don't really know what I'm going to do with myself. The moon is in Scorpio currently. It will move out of Scorpio and go into the adventurer, the truth seeker, the teacher, the philosopher, Sagittarius, tomorrow morning at 7:30. Okay, 7:30 in the morning tomorrow morning. We got Sagittarius fire energy. This is mutable fire coming right off of this return. Mars will be in what's called a sextile to Neptune. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, which means he likes being there. He works well. His energy aspects of power, control, war, sexual passions, adventure seeking, cardinal fire is what Mars, and it's also, it could be a little like rigid, stern, and wanting the truth. Okay, because it also is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. Deep-seated truths with Sagittarius there. And then when it's with Neptune in a sextile is something that's a good flow, but it's something that you must take action in order to receive. It also can bring about stuff that, like, you wish hadn't happened, but you got to take action on it, but then it turns out okay. It's actually a pretty good aspect to get. Speaking of sextiles, when we get to Thursday this week, we have the beautiful Mars, and then, we have Mars on Wednesday, and then we have Venus sextile to Neptune the next day. So when you have Mars and Venus that are basically together and they're sextiling over to Neptune in Pisces, as Neptune in Pisces is now being conjuncted by Jupiter, okay, because Jupiter's right there, and then you got the sun shining there. This is really harmonious, positive flow energy. It's like the waters get clear, and you can see what you got to do with your next step. So that's why I was like, by Thursday, Friday, perceptions and beliefs will shift. Something you believed in before, you'll be like, no, that's not for me anymore. Or, something you thought that you had planned, you'll be like, no, my belief has changed in that. Your beliefs are going to change. World beliefs will change on some level by the end of the week. And you'll feel much better for it. That's the best part. You'll feel so much better for it. Then the moon will move into Capricorn on Friday. It's a real nice day on Friday. It's got a positive vibe. There's not a lot of weird stuff going on. Oh, but I must back up. Thursday, Mercury will finally be out of shadow. So Mercury is completely out of its retrograde shadow phase. It's always in a shadow phase until it returns to the exact point where it went retrograde. Okay. So we're dealing with the shadow still until Friday. And then I just really see big, beautiful, luminescent skies opening up for everybody. Project that reality and you'll have it. Let's see anything. Yeah, the moon is going to be in a beautiful harmonious trine on Saturday to Uranus and Taurus. Okay, so you've got Capricorn energy, getting things done, structural, grounded into creation, flowing straight into Uranus and Taurus, who's being activated by the North Node with Taurus there. Taurus is all about, everything practical that you earn on your values. I could see money flowing one way or the other, because it's a trine. So, who knows? Maybe the stocks will just come right on back up, or, maybe there's some major exciting thing that happens in agriculture change towards the structure of how we get our foods. That's another thing that's definitely going to change this year is our food structures for sure. I mean, I could totally see us finally cleaning up the toxicity because Scorpio and Pluto, that is toxic. That's the toxic stuff. And that's in the South Node. So we got to release that stuff. It's got to go. There's no way around it. So there's a lot of different changes there. The moon will remain all weekend in Capricorn. And then on Sunday, around, not all weekend, so Sunday around noon 30 here in the States, and I'm Central Time, so you have to adjust for your times. I'm in Texas. It'll move into Aquarius. And that's where it's going to conjunct. Oh my gosh. That morning, it'll be conjuncting Mars. It'll be conjuncting Venus in Capricorn, and then Pluto. So Sunday might get a little, I don't even know, because there's a lot of conjunctions with the moon, with all of those planets. But then it goes into Aquarius, and it's good. It's going to conjunct Mercury and Saturn. I really think Sunday, Monday may be a little difficult. There's going to be some challenging stuff coming out next Monday, worldly. Next week, we have a new moon in Pisces. It's actually quite high frequency, lovely, beautiful, great energies for us on a personal level. But it's going to be intense frequencies for a world level. People are probably going to be getting all kinds of information they don't realize that people are going to starting this week. This whole week, to me, is like preparation and getting us prepared for what's coming at the 1st of March. And we'll get into that next week on the 1st of March, which will be Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras. And the moon will be in Aquarius there because we have the new moon on Ash Wednesday. And there's a lot going on with this new moon. You got to realize Pisces energy has Neptune and Jupiter there and the sun, and then you have a new moon, and you throw all that into Pisces with the Earth in Virgo. That's our healing axis. That is, I could see a lot of healing for a lot of people internally. Let's see what I wrote because I didn't go over this part. All right, this is what I write throughout the week, okay? From this past week on, I write little stuff and I just come back to it. All right. An eerie quiet isn't always equal to non-action. Just because it feels still, like there's nothing going on, doesn't mean that there's not frequency codes incoming to really elevate you. Sometimes when it's quiet, a lot's going on, right? The setup is being activated for the next week. Emotion is energy in motion. It's simple. This is Taurus North Node. Simple, simple, simple. Brand new ascension codes have been released from the earth, from Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. Brand new codes have come in, okay? The Earth's grid, just be aware that you need but to ask to receive these codes. All you need is to ask to receive these upgrades, to receive the codes to your body, okay? We are being presented with a choice point. It's a forgiveness point. To forgive, to release old grudges. By creating a forgiveness field, give yourself a forgiveness field of sacred codes and abilities will be activated within our own field. The forgiveness comes for you to forgive others so that you can receive these codes of activation, so that you're not carrying anything. This is very strong incoming this week for these forgiveness codes to create your own forgiveness field. Anything that you're holding something against somebody or a person, place, or thing, or even yourself. That's a big one, you know. The crystalline gateway is now open, and it has been. The divine feminine enters through the crown chakra, which is up here above your head. The divine feminine enters through the crown chakra, flows down through the heart, into the sacral. Where I lost my. Flows through the heart, through the sacral, and has heart expansion, and then anchors in through the lower chakras, realigning our divine masculine with the earth's core and chakras. So you envision it coming down and activating all your chakras because you've asked and forgiven. You've created a forgiveness field, and you've asked and forgiven everything of yourself and of everybody else. And then these codes are here to give, are here to receive. All you must do is ask. By bringing them down, remember, the divine feminine enters through Mother Earth. Divine feminine enters through the crown, comes through to the sacral, activates the heart and the sacral, then goes down, solar plexus, root chakra, all the way down, flows through, and then we anchor it through those chakras, realigning the divine masculine with the earth's core and chakra energy grid system. Because the earth has its own chakras as well, if you didn't know. A complete rebirth is upon us. This is us kicking in the door to our own consciousness. What timeline are you buying into? Are you purchasing a ticket on a chaos frequency bus? Fuck that, right? No, we're not. We're not purchasing a ticket. We didn't even go up to the window to ask. We didn't even check out the website. We are not purchasing a ticket on the frequency chaos bus. No. This is the thing. There's going to be a lot of chaos going on in the world. You have to decide what bus you're getting on. You have to decide, are you going to hang out on this chaos frequency bus? Or are you going to get off? You may already be on it right now. But you have a choice because you're a multi-dimensional being. You can choose your timeline. You can choose your reality. Every second of the day, you can shift it. When you're living in past, you're living in the frequency of the old, you're living in what happened 2 seconds ago, you're not connecting into your highest source code frequencies in order to truly manipulate the flesh suit and activate and bring in these codes. You have this power within you to do this. I can feel you. I'm starting to feel like I'm feeling right into your soul right here. I can feel your energies. I know it's hard. I know it's rough. I get that. But this is the time to do this work. This is the 12th house. Subconscious 12th house energies. I want to read something to you real quick. And then we're going to do the blessings, invocation, get in the cards. Okay, in case you want to take a... There you go. All right. Just a little bit on... Where'd it go? Is this it? Okay. Just so you understand what Pluto is. That we're going to understand what Pluto is today. Okay, moving forward. This is an overlining energy of everything, but it's subtle. Okay? And sometimes sneaky. All right. Pluto rules the underworld, the subconscious workings of the body, the fluxing influences, the contest between acid and alkaline, the fusing actions, burning out of dross material, all those processes whose transmuting actions tend to regenerate the body, to sustain, repair, renew, or perpetuate it through the burning up and casting out of dead material. From death to life. It also rules the conscience, that inner prompter that helps us to judge right from wrong. Subconscious activities, the underworld, stern, incorruptible judges. Pluto is an incorruptible judge. And Pluto just kicked in the door on the United States of America. You see what I'm saying? Its keywords are regeneration, levitation, transformation, materialization, metamorphosis, and transfiguration. Just some other little keywords for Pluto. Anonymous, betraying, fiendish, foul, grave, guilty, indifferent, immoral, immortal, lawless, nefarious, obscene, passionate, rotting, sadistic, severe, sexual, sinister, subnormal, terrible, terse, unscrupulous, ungodly, unknown, vindictive, wasteful, and wicked. The occupations of Pluto could be a gunner or a psychoanalyst. These are just a few more. Abyss, Atlas, ambush, amnesia, and atom bomb. Brimstone, chasm, conscience, covert, crematory, criminal, defiance, demon, and dice. Erase, evolution, felon, hag, the Holocaust, hoodlum, kidnap, loot, and lust. Magic, marsh, menace, monster, null. Racketeer, recuperation, regimentation, reproduction. Yeah, that's right. Pluto rules reproduction. Pluto is the reason you came out into this body and the reason why you leave, because it rules death. Scavenger, sewer, siren, spoil, steal, swamp. Pluto is the transformer. Pluto is the underworld. Vampire, vanish, vermin, victim, and you guessed it, virus. So every single one of those words will be coming into play to be transformed, transmuted, and reborn. This is a rebirth, kicking in the door to rebirth the world. Nothing dark or sinister may remain. It's just not possible. So, while all of that is working itself out in the world, it's kind of best that we just focus on our personal frequency. Because when we work on our frequency, all of us together, just doing this, coming together once a week and setting the intention to heal ourselves, we heal the world. Because our frequency field is massive. And if we ground that into the earth and then pull it up through the consciousness to source, to our creator, to our God spark, to pull all that in, there's nothing that we can't shift, can't change. Collective consciousness is already chosen. It's already been one and done. It's just a lot of residual frictions, residual sinister things that are having to play themselves out now. Residual energies. So let it be. All right. We're going to do the invocation. If everybody would please take a deep breath. Deep breath in, breathing in the golden light. Remember, we're bringing in golden light for 2022. It's all golden light when you breathe in now. All right, here we go. I always clear 3 times. Just clears the space. And it creates the most beautiful tones. Love it. All right. Because Pisces is so much about love and wisdom, and the number 22 is very prominent throughout the year in the astrology, okay? Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, deeply within the heart. It doesn't mean you have to stick around with those people or you have to deal with those people anymore, but you must forgive them to create your forgiveness frequency field in order to receive the crystal grid light codes that have come in from the planet, from our earth. They're there for the taking. You just have to ask through love. We're in this time period where so much subconscious, you could call it metaphysical realms, so much of that is going on within our fields, within other people's fields, within other beings, outside of our little galaxy and within. There's a lot going on there that you can benefit from. And really, it's a time when you could just shift it. Shift that shit right up. There went an orb. All right. Here is the invocation. Then we'll get into the cards. That is the end of our astrology. Well, a little bit of astrology always comes out during the reading, I think. So here we go. This is an invocation to invite love in all forms. Okay? And bear with me. I went and got brand new glasses, but they're not in yet. So I'm just kind of like, Here we go. I seek love, and I know that love is also seeking me. Love is the tie that binds. the force that unites, the frequency that heals, and wisdom that grounds us in. Love and wisdom is the key. Beyond all judgment and limitation exists a love that knows no boundaries, a love that knows no fear or hesitation. Today, I summon and welcome this love of force, magnitude, and creation to enter my life and bless my soul and everyone who hears this message. I, in turn, summon and welcome this love to pour out from within me, so that I too become not just the recipient, but also the channel for this divine love energy. Love comes to me from the east, and I welcome its breath for inspiration. Love comes to me from the south, and I welcome its passions. Love comes to me from the west, and I receive its healing. Love comes to me from the north, and I rest steadily in its embrace. Amen, aho, and so it is. My heart's really pounding on that one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful invocation. Thank you for doing that with me. Thank you for honoring and holding space with me tonight. I love you. I love you. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for forgiving yourself. Because when you forgive yourself and you allow yourself to move on, and you really, truly, truly let it go, no bullshitting around. Don't bullshit yourself. You're able to really make a better life for yourself. And when you forgive those others that have, like I called somebody up that had pissed me off a year ago, just a week ago, and said, you know what? Hey, I'm really sorry. And I wanted to let you know I'm sorry I was such a bitch. You know? And it felt so good. It was so liberating. Even though they were kind of, but you know what? And she didn't come back with anything like, I forgive you. But she said, time heals all. And I said, you know, it does. I said, but I wanted you to know I'm sorry. You know? And by doing that, because I wasn't real happy with that situation, how it went down. And it's bothered me for a long time, but I'm a damn Scorpio and I'll hold on to a grudge for a minute. And that's something else I'm working on, is learning to let go of stuff, because it's not really worth holding on to. Even if that person, like, I don't expect to hang out with her or be her buddy or anything like that, but I may see her out and about, and if I do, I don't want any weirdness, because that's not who I am, So just think, if there's anything that you need to let go of and forgive, and even maybe say you're sorry about, in order for the forgiveness to come, it's so liberating. It's so good right now to do that, because you're not just saying words. You're setting a blueprint of the code that you're going to carry as your beingness here forth. You see, it's so much bigger than just saying some words. It's so much bigger. I love this. Jerry Lynn says, I am sorry. I love you. Please forgive me, and I forgive you. I free myself and you of any regret and hurt we may have held onto. All love and light, peace, go forward. Love it. Beautiful. That's right. And so it shall be. Thank you, Madness. Thank you, Renee. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Sandy. Thanks for being in here, soul sister. And so it is done, says Donna. Shauna's got her heart, her big, huge Taurus heart. Okay. There you go. I don't know. I'm going to call you Miss Stolt. I love that. I love that. I forgive myself. She says, I forgive myself from all pain that I have caused myself. Very good. Yes, Sandy says it's very liberating whenever you're able to say you're sorry. It is. It sets a whole new vibration that you're walking on. It really does. So, let's get rolling on these tarot cards. And I want some accolades right now. You guys need to give me some accolades. You got to give me some accolades. Because I went that whole thing without having one hit of vape or having any kind of coconut water. I'm like, yay! I'm trying, y'all. I really know this has to go. I know it's something that's got to go. I smoked cigarettes for many years. And I started this 7 years ago. There we go. Thank you, Madness. Yes, give me some accolades. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. You know, I mean, I don't love it. It's just a thing, you know. I don't drink very often or do any of that. I have very little. But I am finding that I'm not needing it as much. And see, this is another thing. When you're going on your ascension process, things just start falling away, right? Like what things have just fallen away for you? Like things you just, it's almost like it's just not poking at you no more. Going, hey, come eat me. I'm this big chocolate cake over here. Come have it. You know? Or it's, you know you want that chicken fried steak. You know you do, with the mashed potatoes and the green beans. That used to be like my core memory meal with my grandma as a little girl growing up. I haven't had beef in probably, well, since 2015. So, 7 years? I just don't have that need for it anymore. Certain things just fall off. Is there anything that y'all can think of that just like falls off? Like it's just something you just totally don't feel like it's being poked at. Like you're not going, hey, I got to get this, you know? But I need it right now. Whew, shit. Energy's getting thick in here. We'll start out with the tarot. We'll start out with the Star Tarot for Pisces season. By the way, if you are Pisces, okay, you want to talk already? I like that. Look at this. Let's get the screen up here. Let's see. Where's it at? Bam. And let's move it in just a little bit. There we go. Make sure my guide is in place. So I can get, there we go. Just right there. I use a selenite across the top, see? So that I can have my guide. Isn't this a beautiful board? I love it. Rev Shar from the Chapel of Spiritual Light made it for me. Come see me on Padre Island and get your reading this weekend. All the donations are going towards the chapel. Okay. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Sandy also dropped the red meats, saying, I get a response with telling everyone in my family that I no longer want to eat red meats. 2 years and 2 months. Good for you. You just don't feel like consuming certain things. Or you don't feel like used to. I loved like looking into, and this was way used to. This was like probably 2012, 2013, somewhere in there. I used to enjoy looking into seeing what like pop music artists were doing or what was going on with their lives and stuff like that. I have zero interest in that. Zero. I don't even give two flying F's about it. It's just not, it's another thing that has just fallen away. I don't care about any of that. You start to care about better things that are going to be more quality for your life, you see. Okay. Thank you, Donna. Thank you for that. Pop culture. Madness said it right there. Pop culture. You and I swear, our brains. Oh, there we go. I like this one. Stopped dealing with unnecessary bullshit for about a month now, and it feels great. That's right. You can choose. It's your choice. There's nobody else looking through your eyeballs, creating your reality. Almost had like an accent coming out. All right. The way this is going to work, if you're new, or you're on the YouTube replay and you're a time traveler, I am an intuitive. I am a seer. I smell across the veil, see across the veil, hear across the veil, feel across the veil, to make it simple. I've been this way since I was born. I'm not one of those that had an awakening and got all these, what people call gifts, which I just say it's the same. I just have all this stuff activated in me since I was a child. I remember back to about 4, and then I remember a couple of things happening to me a little bit before, but they were just flashes of beings and certain entities and things that I would see, feel, hear, smell. The smell is pretty big with me. In readings, I often get smells from loved ones that have passed that give them validation for the messages that are coming through. I can't always guarantee I don't know who or what is going to come. It's all through my highest Christ itself. Every single thing I do has to come through my highest self, my guidance. All of that is all stapled in. There's no way around that. So it's all of the light. I have fought demons. I do know what demons and entities and shadows, shadow people, stuff like that. I have. And I've loved them back to the light. That's how you fight a demon. You love it. Because they have been trapped too over the millennia. And when you switch that up and you love it, you clear it, and you allow them and help them to go back to the light, they're free. They don't want to be that. They don't. So keep that in mind. Somebody needed to hear that, maybe on the YouTube replay. I love you. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that more people who resonate with my frequency codes will see me and be able to receive them. All right. What were we starting with? Did I say water signs? I lost my track. Moderators, what did I say? Water signs to start? Or did I even say? I said fire? Is that correct? I thought I said water. Okay, we're going with water because that's what my intuition's saying. Okay. As I was shuffling, the Chariot fell out, wanted to be seen. We're going to put it back in the deck, but I like this beautiful victory card. This is a Sagittarius ruled card, okay? This is balancing the dualities, balancing our micro with our macro, okay? This is, it could also be moving on and going to a different location. It could be cosmic awareness. And excuse me, when I channel, my nose starts running. So I apologize. I'm not sick. I don't have allergies. It just happens when I channel. Okay. So this Chariot card is asking us to really expand our consciousness and set our intention on victory. Set our intention on winning in our life. Set our intention on getting all of our beautiful deserves, even though it might be a little wobbly. It might be a little wonky. It's kind of hard for you to steer two horses that are going two different directions, you see? I mean, these are flying Pegasus. It may take you straight up to the cosmos. You know what I'm saying? It can help you to understand your soul at a soul level. Victory. It's ahead. All right, we're going to do the water signs. And these cards are really popping. I feel like I need to shuffle though. Let's do a little shuffles while I'm talking. All right, water signs. We're going to begin with Pisces. Happy solar return, Pisces. These are real thick cards, so I have to do them this way. Pisces. You've just had your ruler, Neptune, which has been in your sign for a long time, okay? But it's just moved to the master number of 22 degrees. And just so I'm positive, I'm going to look at the chart and make sure I got the now clock up. Yeah, it's at 22:11 degrees. So you got the double 2 and the double 1 right now on Neptune. That's a real big deal. It's the master number. The number 22 is a 4, which rules Aquarius. So you're looking at the other within your subconscious. So you might be having to deal with a lot of other people on a deep emotional level. You also need to realize, because the sun is there illuminating all of this. And then Jupiter, which is your ancient ruler, also ruled by Sagittarius, that card that just fell, is expanding on everything that you do. Everything that you touch right now can turn to gold and expand. It can magnify. It's like taking a magnifying glass and going, whatever you put your magnifying glass on, it's going to blow it up. So it could also blow up negative shit in your life if you're focusing on it. So it can go both ways. It's not just, everybody seems to think that Jupiter is going to be here like Santa Claus and bring you all these gifts. Well, yeah, it's there for 1 year, but it's flying right now. You can use that Jupiter energy to get so much done, Pisces. Focusing in on your work, your life, your family, whatever it is that you're creating, you really can turn things to gold if you focus there. All right? And let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Where are my Cancers? I like to look at the chart here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. We have a lot of planets that are all on one side, and you're being opposed, Cancer, because you have Mars and Venus and Pluto all opposing your sign. And actually, right now, Mars and Venus, which they're doing this dance, okay, in Capricorn, they are exact at 21 degrees. Pluto's at 27 degrees. So you're in the opposition of this massive return. Relationships could be very challenging. You could be dissolving certain relationships right now, Cancer, because that is your relationship house. Really good idea to be aware of the nuances to any kind of relationship that might be giving you a little bit of issues, is what I'm hearing for you. So be cautious of that, Cancer. But it's a good time for you to get out and about. If you don't have a partner, or you're looking for a partner, really good time for that, Cancer. Really good time to find some joy and some love right now. Okay. And then we'll move on into Scorpio. Well, of course, the south node of the moon is in Scorpio. It'll be there for another 17 months. It just recently arrived. And that south node is at 26 degrees of Scorpio. Anything happening in your sign with the moon there, it's at 23 degrees currently right now. The moon's at 23 degrees. It's about to go conjunct with the south node. Because your fifth house is Pisces, you have a lot of joyful energy. The fifth house is children and joyous things that make you happy. It could be even father issues, and I see the fifth house as the sun because it's ruled by Leo. And Leo is ruled by the sun. So anything that you can shine your light on will help with this south node transit. It's a deep, emotional, intuitive, clairvoyant, they just said. I just heard clairvoyant. Your clairvoyance is coming out even stronger. You're such a psychic person anyway. You know this to the core. Problem is you have to rule your life through your emotional truth. That's the biggest thing for you, is your emotional truth. Does it feel right to me? So right now, if it feels right, go with it. If it doesn't, don't. Just don't. Because you're learning to release and shed and peel back the onion. All the layers will be peeled over. And it's going to be challenging. That's for sure. That south node of the moon is sitting right on that south node is sitting right on my sun sign right now. So I'm feeling it. But you know what? And I'm so grateful, so grateful that the Pisces season is here during this time period when it hits my sun, because I've felt a lot of joy and a lot of expansion. I've had a lot of downloads. I've had a lot of intuitive inspiration. So I'm hoping that you're feeling the same, Scorpio. All right. Okay. Water signs. Somebody's eyes are watering. Somebody's having issues with their eyes. They need to go get their eyes checked. Just heard. Just get out and do it. You need either new glasses, new contacts, or you're going to get LASIX. I'm feeling and sensing and seeing all of this stuff around your eyes. Water signs. 9 of Wands. All right. To kick it off for the water signs, we have the 9 of Wands. I think I'm going to turn that temperature down. No, I'm going to turn the brightness down on this. I always have to do that when we get to the cards so you can see them just a little bit better, clearer. Maybe less gamma. Less gamma. There we go. The 9 of Wands is fire energy to kick off the water sign reading of the night. Listen, this is being able to keep pushing on. You know, this is being the hero of your life. This is knowing that your passions, your creativity, everything that you're doing, you must keep moving. You must stay balanced within the duality. You see, you have this white and black wolf, like the yin and yang, you know, like the shadow within and the light that which we are. This fellow here, he doesn't stop. You know, he is going to go and he's going to conquer what needs to be conquered, no matter if it's hard, if it's difficult. He's a champion, and you are too. He has the starlight within. Don't get caught up on gender. I hear you in the time traveling zone of YouTube. And he is challenged by major life event, major arcana card, the Fool. This is the very first of the arcana card, major arcana cards. So this is someone who definitely just goes for it, that keeps going for it, that doesn't stop, you know. This is taking that risk, even though you don't know how or when or what's going to happen with it. There's a risk that's needing to be taken here. There's a risk within your family structure. Water signs, there's some kind of a risk here that you're needing to take the leap of faith. Yep. Because you have the Prince of Swords and then you have the Sun. Look at that. The sun is coming out for you. And this is in the outside of position. This is someone coming in, or an energy or a feeling. It could be children, grandchildren. It could be maybe your father. coming in. Someone is watching you, and there is a lot of wisdom to be learned here. There's intuitive thought through wisdom, is what I'm hearing. Even though people may be watching you, you're still going to shine. You're still going to push through. You need to take a risk. There's a risk need to be taken. It's going to turn out fine. You've got the Sun card here. This is Major Life Event, Major Arcana, the best card that you can get in the deck, as far as I'm concerned, for Major Life Event. This is blossoming, everything joyous. Water signs. This is a really good card to have. And there you are, water signs. Queen of Cups. All-knowing, all-intuitive, well-balanced throughout your emotions. You've known all along that you need to make this risk, that you need to take this leap of faith. You've known this. You've come far with it. People may be talking. People might be watching. There's intuitive wisdom coming in for you. But it's joyous, and you're balanced, and you're all-knowing. She's a badass with her poise and her grace and her intuition. She loves beyond. She's mastered it. And that's a pretty beautiful card to have following the sun. That's confirmation, water signs. But I feel like there's still a water sign here that's like, oh, but what if it doesn't work? Oh, but I don't know if I'm good enough. Or I'm not real sure about this. There's still a worry. There is an offer here with this Four of Cups. This is water energy as well. There's an offer that you're not seeing or you're not taking. And you're staying in your victim mentality here. And that's not going to work when you're trying to manifest your best life, water signs. So, there's three of them. There's the victim. There's the victor. Or victim, victimizer. And the martyr. There's all three of those always go together. And you don't want to be any of those in this situation because you have the sun here. You take the risk. You've come far with this. You're super passionate about it. You feel it super deep. People are running their mouth a little bit maybe. But there's good wisdom coming in for you. And a light is shining on this for you. Own yourself. Be the Queen of Cups that you are, water signs. What's on the bottom? Okay, so you got 2 4s here. And you have the freaking Four of Wands celebration card. That's like a wedding. That's a party. That's a gathering that brings you so much joy. And it solidifies your passions, your creativity. It activates the passions and the light codes that are within you to stop all this victim bullshit, victimizer, martyr stuff. Take the leap of faith here. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. It doesn't mean that on down the road, there might not be some kind of, hard, difficult times, some treachery to get through. But by staying in this victim mentality or freaked out, scared martyr mentality, victimizer, I keep hearing the victim, victimizer, and the martyr here with this reading. Maybe that's somebody else that you're dealing with. Maybe that's this person up here, this Prince of Swords, with the talking and the wisdom and da-da-da-da. But that is intuitive wisdom, don't forget. Because it's all good. We don't make it good or bad, right? Challenging Everything's challenging. Water signs, are you listening? I'm sending you frequency codes now. Take the chance. It's going to be beautiful. All right, water signs, we are going to pull. Let's pull from these, well, I can't ever say the name, Barbieri Oracle. Barbieri Oracle. This is just astrology cards that gives me a little more added information for the water signs. We're on water signs. Start listing which element you want done next. Right there. Mars. Yeah. That's the number 17 too, by the way. Okay. I'm making sure that y'all can see. Let me make sure that you're seeing all this real good. Okay. We got some room. We can move it down. And it's kind of dark. Jesus Lord. There. Make sure you can see. So you have Mars energy coming in. This is fire, passion. It's very much just like this card, okay? This is the Mars warrior. Fights to the end, fights to the death, doesn't give up, never lays down, never would be the victim, victimizer, or the martyr. Ever. Cutthroat if they have to and don't care. We are sometimes so emotional as water signs, and we feel things on, and that's part of our beauty, you know. Sometimes you got to pull on a Mars energy so that you can have the sun come in and be the Queen of Cups of your life. Take the risk. Don't sit there pouting. There's a big, huge, beautiful cup here being offered to you by the universe. It's an opportunity that's coming. Take it. Take the risk. Okay. And then we're going to pull on the spiritual hidden realms cards. Now these cards are a little different. They have I don't know how I'm going to do these yet. Let's just go with it. Hidden realms for the water right there. The cosmos, creativity, vastness. Yeah, there's a whole lot. There's a ton of stuff coming for you. Huge opportunities. Take the risk. Take the challenge. Go to the event. Go to the place. It is limitless unless you limit yourself. Thank you, water signs. I hope that helped you with this reading. We're going to move on to the next element. All right. That's pretty good for water signs. If you didn't know, I'm Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Mars in the 12th house. So I have a lot. And then I'm an Aries Moon, which is also ruled by Mars. I got a Mars t-shirt, and that ain't no lie. For real. I'll wear it in the summer to show y'all. Oh, but those are pretty good. Those are pretty good cards to be getting. You just got to get over that. You got to get no more fear. No more fear. Got to release it. Just go for it. You got to be so free like a bird. I mean, I love watching birds. Y'all ever watch birds? I love to sit there and watch the birds and be like, man, they just do whatever they want. They get to fly around and catch fish and dive into the water, boom, boom, catch their fish. I love watching birds. They're so free. And they fly in formation together with their tribes. You need to do that. I'm seeing a huge vision of that you have all of this tribe that's just right there. It's like the sun when it peeks through like thick woods. You know, you have lots of trees. Sometimes it's real thick woods. I lived in Georgia. I was in Georgia. That's where my daughter was born. And the freaking pine trees are so thick you can hardly see the sun or the sky sometimes. But once I got to an open space, I would be like, ah, the stars, the moon, the sky, I can actually see it again. Don't let the pine trees block your sun. Water signs. Take the risk. Find the valley. Find the open space. Take the risk. Maybe you don't know what's coming, but it's coming. All right, let me give these just a little shuffle, and I'm going to switch decks on over. I am so glad that that resonated with you. That's wonderful. All right, let me check to see. These away and get to the next deck. The next deck that we're going to be using is the Archangel Power Tarot deck. It's an old deck of mine. But for some reason it spoke to me tonight, and it doesn't always. So whoever was first, it was fire. Fire's got it. Air will be next. Sorry. I'm sorry. I like to please everybody. And that's the other thing water signs do, is they want to be pleasing everybody. We don't like to let people down because we take it personally. We're like, oh, you know, like I have a waiting list for, and I'm trying, trust me, I'm doing at least a reading. I'm trying to do a reading a day to get down this list. And I have people that are wanting readings now, and I'm like, I can't. I have to honor the list, you know? Really, Linda? Okay, so Linda on YouTube says, that's funny you said that, because I live in Washington State, and I had told myself to find the sun this morning. I love it when things come through and they confirm. You know, it's just all about the intuitive flow. I don't plan a lot of this. Yeah, okay, I intuitively pick the cards and I do the meditation and then I look at the astrology, but I look at the astrology every day. You know, it's my profession. And so I do that stuff, but I don't do a lot of preparing. And I'm a last minute gal. I start preparing in the morning. I don't ever start the night before. I'm thinking about it, but I'm constantly looking at it and I'm writing down things as I'm going throughout my life. But I find that I do so much better when I just allow the intuitive flow to come through. Because I know the intentions I've set with myself. I know my soul family is here with me. I know that I'm being guided. There's no question. None. I even know I'm being guided when I get into almost an accident and almost got T-boned last week, you know? That was the most magical thing because I created it all. I brought that experience to me. Maybe it was because my ego was getting a little bit big because I've been driving around my new beautiful truck that I love so much, feeling like I was invincible. And in fact, I've even said, I'm invincible in this truck, you know? But there was something that was pointed out to me today, and I want to bring this up to you. Something was pointed out to me today by Rev Shar, and she had said this to me before, but I guess, you know, we don't always remember everything. But it reminded me, even though we're setting intention to protect ourselves, that's also like sending a direct signal out to the universe saying, I need you to send me something that I need protection from. Think about that for a minute. If you're setting intention for protection, you are telling the universe, I need you to send me something that I need protection from. So, instead of putting a protective love bubble around us and worrying about casting spells of protection, how about we just cast spells of love or set intention of blessing? Oh, I bless this car. I bring in the light and I bless this house. I bless myself. I bless myself. Instead of, I need to protect myself. You see the difference in the frequency there. You don't want to set those protections. Okay, I get clearing the energy field if you need to, but you can clear the energy field with your knowingness, just with your hand or just with your thought processes, if you so choose, because you're that powerful. It's an all-knowing of your oneness that is what's protecting you. But try it. Switch it up. Instead of saying, I'm protecting this space, say, I'm blessing this space. Or, I'm putting myself in my vehicle as I'm driving down the road in a protective light bubble. We're going to say, we're going to vibrate blessings out as we drive. And may it touch every single vehicle and that vehicle that comes in touch with it. And like a wave, like it just keeps going and going and going. You can do that with people. You can do that with your workplace. You can do it with situations. You know, we're blessing it with light codes and light frequency. Rather than saying, I protect myself. And the universe goes, okay, here you go. Here, there you go. You almost had a huge wreck and had to go into a ditch, jumped a curb, and landed in a Whataburger parking lot. You know, that's what happened. And I was like, oh, shit. Oops. Fire. Are these upside down? No, they're not. Okay. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel. I can't remember. There's all of these cards are represented. Archangel Michael just wanted to pop for the fire signs. Okay. This is something coming in quickly. It's thoughts. Air is your intellect and how you communicate, the media, print, all of that stuff. How you talk, what you say. There might be some problems. It's always friction with the swords, you know. There could be some friction there. Something coming in, going out. We're going to put it back in the deck and we're going to just focus in on the fire signs. The sun is shining for you. Your mind, your body, your soul feels this on a very deep level. All of the fire signs. Sending you light code activations as of now for all 4 body systems because I feel like the fire signs need it the most. Your fire signs, you can literally move thought patterns with your fire energy, which is your gut. It's like what burns up through you. It's your kundalini energy. And Aries, we're going to start with you because you're the baby of the zodiac and you're coming up on your solar return. But just like when you go on a long trip, Aries, and you've been all over, you've visited multi-family members, say you left for a month-long trip, and you just drove across your state, from state to state, or province to province, and you've gone on this long trip. It's always fun while it lasts, right? And seeing everybody and having the experience. But towards the end of that trip, you're like, damn. I can't wait to get home and get to my bed. I'm worn out. I'm tired. I need rest. I can't. It's like walking through sludge to get home because you want it so badly. That's where you're at with your energies right now, Aries. This is your time period during the Piscean season to rest, to sleep, to dream, to work on your subconscious. And let me just tell you right now, Aries, if you don't slow it down this month, you'll be forced to. You'll catch a little cold or, you know, something will make you have to stop. So just do it. This is the time for you to really go within and honor your intuitive mystic side as well, you know? It's about escapism. Caution, don't escape too much and like over party or drink or whatever. This is a time period where you could just take 1 or 2 and you next thing you know you've drank 20. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with overconsumption at this time. You can also lose your mind during this time. Really important to be aware of these things and take the time to rest. That's the biggest healing thing you can do for yourself right now, Aries. All right. And then we're on to Leo. Hi, Leo. Okay, so Leos, you guys, let's see. You have Saturn and you have Mercury opposing you. And Juno is there. Okay. Juno is like the young spring energy, the bride, you know, like that's where we get June bride. Okay. And Mercury is your mind, your communications, what you're thinking, what you're doing, how you're doing it through thought processes. And it could be communication coming in because this is all opposing you, Leo. And when Saturn is in opposition to you, you might be getting some challenges, things that you're having to redo, things you're having to restructure, things you're having to think about and like be like, no, I can't really go that way. I have to fix this and do it this way. Lots of shifting and changing for you guys with all of those planets in opposition to you. Okay. Make the shifts, make the changes, even though they may be difficult. Watch out on your communication. Because as of now, it's in shadow, but as of Thursday, Mercury comes out of shadow, and then you'll have communications flowing in a little bit easier. All right, and then we have Sagittarius. Yes, 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 the beautiful Sagittarius. Where are you aiming your bow? Because Sagittarius, let me tell you something. You have, let me make sure I am correct here. Update this chart. There we go. I really feel a need from the Sagittariuses to get out of a funk that they've been feeling. And it's almost like you're pushing it down. It's like you're hiding it. You're not allowing others in the world to see and feel some of the things because you don't want to be the bummer. That's kind of what I'm getting here. I'm smelling like violets, I think it is, like a violet flower smell. A purple color is coming in. The crown chakra is being activated heavily with that south node of the moon being in your 12th house. That's your sun's 12th house, okay? So with that being right behind you, when we're talking about sun sign, not rising, that's like deep transformation that you're having to go through on multiple levels that can really, you've got to be careful not to get sucked in to the darkness during this time, especially with Neptune over there activating everything. That's a biggie for Sagittarius. But there's some kind of, like I said, I'm smelling violets. I'm seeing purple. That might have to be something to do. This could be for you. All right. Sagittarius, you are a vibrant soul. You know this. You're a young soul. You've always felt like you were a young soul, no matter what your age is. And you know that you can get things done. But there's like this, it's like you're being anchored. Like I'm seeing an anchor hitting the bottom of the sea. And even though it's beautiful and you love it down there, you've got to come up for air. You got to get out and do. It's important, Sagittarius, is what I'm hearing. And check out the violets or the violet color. Or maybe you're going to be wearing more violet color. I love Sagittarius with the violet color. I think it does something to their energy. So try that. Okay? All right. Erin, hi. Thank you for being here. She says she's an Aries here. I got back from a family trip, so drained, and I have to be careful of my health. Yes, yes, yes. Very, very careful. The sun is about to enter your sign. Rest as much as you possibly can. Say no. You don't have to do everything. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, we have Amy here who said, So true for my Sagittarius rising. Been doing lots of transformations on these harsh energies. I think you meant transformations, but transmission is good too, because that's what we're doing right now is we are transmitting light codes together, sister. Your codes activate me. Remember that. Wow, Sandy. Okay, so I rarely pull out these Angel Tarot cards. They're kind of like oldie cards, and they're really good cards though if you're learning the tarot, because they have all these little sayings and stuff down there, but I kind of just go with the flow on most of it unless I'm called to actually read it. But these are really great. So Sandy might have set that intention in my head, seeing as she's my roommate now. She might have said that. You did that, didn't you, soul sister? I love you. That's awesome. All right, here we go. Fire. We are on fire. I hear you in the YouTube replay. What element is she on? What sign is this? I can hear that. That was something I never thought would happen, but as above, so below, as within, as without, right? Here we go. That's it. Whoop. Oh man, fire signs, you are kicking it off with your fire element with the 3 of Gabriel, which is the 3 of Wands. So this is your fire element. This is you kicking this off for the fire signs. This is my law of attraction card. This is you knowing within, you've done this, you've done that, and you're going this way. You've got the world in your hands and you're ready to go. You know. So like hers says, prosperity arising from wise planning. So you know what's going on. You've already been there, done that. Been there, done that. I'm hearing that. Been there, done that. Hearing a female voice saying, been there, done that. Moving on. Got the world in my hands, ready to go. Law of attracting that shit straight in with your codes. And then you have a challenge here of the 5 of Raphael, which is the 5 of Cups. All right, so this is being challenged by sadness, grief, regret. This is also you not seeing, like it says here, the silver lining of the situation. Getting lost in your grief. You can law of attract this in, but this is what's blocking you. Something is blocking you that's sad. And you're not seeing on the other side of the hill there, on the other side of this drama, on the other side of everything, you still are co-creating your reality within this reality by attracting things into you. And it's good. Being optimistic about it. That just fell out. Well, you got another 3. There's 2 3s right there. You have the 3 of Ariel. You know, getting an older woman that's here. I'm starting to tingle. There's an older woman. She has kind of a reddish silver hair. She is here for the fire signs. I think she's either she's like Portuguese or Spanish Portuguese, and she's come in here for the fire signs. Somebody here that's for the fire sign. There's an older woman. She's kind of got like this silvery red hair, and she's here for somebody, and she's saying, tell them I'm here. Okay. 2 3s. Oh, it's hard for me to concentrate. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we want these? Yep. Okay. That's what we're doing. All right. Let's just lay them all out. We have the 6 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Coin. This is coins. And then we have the Queen of Air and the Knight of Air. This grief and this sadness for you fire signs, whether it to do with, it's with another person. It's a loss that you've been through. You've either lost a loved one, and she could be this older lady that's hanging out back here. She said yes. Anyway, so no. Okay. So the three hold on. The 3 of coin and these two threes mean something. I need to clear, I'm sorry. Focus. Okay, the 3 of Gabriel, which is the 3 of Wands, and then we have the 3 of Coins here. This is sandwiching in an energy of grief and sadness. All right? This is needing to get through it, needing to get past it, understanding that the loss had to happen, and that honestly, you need to continue and keep on creating. Because the 6 of Raphael is coming from outside of you, which means something from your past is coming in. Something that you really loved. It was like your heart's content. Like it made you feel so comfortable. I'm feeling like grandma's cookies in the morning. You know what I'm saying? When you're a little kid, that really comfortable feeling. Somebody gave that to you, and you're so lost over this feeling. And it may not be grandma. It could be like a loved one, or your husband, or your wife, or a best friend, a sister, cousin. It could be whomever it was that gave you that feeling of melancholy, like you're looking to the past, and something from the past comes in to remind you of this. And so then you're stuck in your grief when you should be creating. These are the 2 creator cards. Fire creating, the passion, the wants, the desires of what the fuck we're doing in this world. And then the 3 of Ariel, coordinating, helping, assisting with others to build something to perfection in your life. The challenge is this grief card, this sadness, this not seeing the silver lining card from the past. You have a Queen of Michael, Queen of Air. I mean, this woman is a genius. She is someone who can take care of business. She's fair and she's balanced. She's kind, but she can be kind of edgy, you know, maybe a little cold at times. I like this. You've got to pull yourself out of this emotional state. The 9 of Swords don't feel all that emotion. He just takes care of business. Think about a knight back in the medieval times or whatever. You know, they just went rushing in and did what needed to be done, and they didn't really give a shit one way or the other. They didn't have a lot of emotion as a knight. That's kind of what you got to use here in order to start your creation. Because you have all the genius codes. Fire signs, you know you got genius codes. And if you don't know, I'm telling you, you have genius codes. Every one of you. Whatever this is from the past, let it go. It's time to create. What's on the bottom? Come on. Really? I can't even believe this is coming in. You've got the ultimate joy, emotional, intuitive fulfillment card. This is the family, the white picket fence. This is the house. This is everything. This is your best favorite job. This is your best friend lives next door to you, and you get to have margaritas on the deck every day. This is winning the lottery and buying a mansion energy. This is the outcome over all of this. And you're going to allow some little stuff that you're sad over that, yeah, okay, maybe it was drama, hard, difficult stuff from the past to block you from creating. These are the 2 creator cards in the deck. Something's coming in. Lose the emotions. Really get into your intellect to get past this. You got to be smarter than your emotions this time. Fire signs. Oh, and my stomach's starting to rumble and move. And when that starts happening, oh my goodness. It's like you can't get past it. It's like you're stuck. Why are they stuck? Let me see. Why are they stuck? There you go. The Six of Michael. It's the Six of Swords. It's moving on. It's leaving. It's being the eye of the hurricane as you freaking leave out on your boat. And yeah, okay, maybe you got to take all those problems and all that shit and all those thoughts, because the swords is thoughts, thought patterns, communication, stuff's going on up here. Monkey mind, anxious, anxiety stuff. But this guy's like, nope, I'm taking myself, I'm taking my cat, I'm getting in this boat and I'm leaving this bullshit. And okay, I might have to take some of this with me, but I'm getting out of here. I'm getting where it's calm. I'm not going to stay in the eye of the hurricane this whole time. I got to get through the storm and get on out of here. That's why. That's why. If you don't get out of there, let it go, let all this go, you won't get to that perfection of whatever that is to you personally. Fire signs. We're on the fire signs. All right. We'll pull one card from the Barbarete astrology cards. Barbarebe. I can't ever say it. It's like a weird French name or something. Reflections. When you're looking in the mirror, fire signs, I need you to start saying positive things to yourself. Out loud. Yes, out loud. Every morning, every night. Get a dry eraser. Put it in your bathroom. Write it out on the mirror. That's what I do. I think I got half of a book on my damn mirror right now. And I got to clean it up. Because I'll write stuff up there too. I write stuff. I'm weird. I like to write with markers. And I like to write on weird things. I have those little journals, but I don't ever go to it. I'm already looking at the calendar, so I just write all my stuff down right there, and it's all there. And I'm a Sharpie girl. I always have been all my life. Isn't that strange? I love Sharpies. I have every color. I'm feeling very young. I feel somebody in here that's very young, or they just have like a lot of melancholy. No, okay, that's it. You have a melancholy for your youth. The fun stuff you used to do, like burn CDs or whatever it was. I'm feeling that coming in for you, fire signs. All right, look at this. You can't get no more clearer than that. That's for sure. Okay. Make sure you can see all these cards pretty good. Oh, there we go. So, Capricorn. Capricorn don't put up with shit. They are ruled by Saturn. Okay? Capricorn is going to take care of everything. They ain't going to complain. They're going to build. They may get annoyed, but they ain't going to be like, holding on to stuff. Like they don't want to hurt people. They just want to do the right thing by people. That's how they are. But they definitely aren't going to get lost in the grief forever because they know they got to build. They know they have to create. Build and create like a Capricorn, fire signs. Ground that stuff in. Take control. Be the leader of what you're creating. Be the leader of your thought processes rather than your emotion, to release all of that. All right, then we'll get one of the hidden realms for the fire signs. One of the hidden realms. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Ooh, that one popped. Did you see it? It just popped right in my hands. Lord have mercy. Okay, so you have the Ice Queen, and I'm going to put her up here so you can see her better. There we go. You have the Ice Queen. Let's see. There you go. Now, that's basically a lot of Like the first initial thing that I got was it's a lot of validation for the wisdom that's coming through you to know that you have to use your mental mind and ground things in and less of this emotion. It says ideas preserved. So like whatever that was that you're grieving over, that you're trying to release, preserve that stuff. But it's over, okay? And then it says non-action, entitlement. So maybe you feel like you're still entitled to something before you can move on and create. But guess what? You're blocking your own damn self by doing it that way. Don't do that. Maybe they feel as though they're entitled. This is a number 28, which is a 10, which means back to 1. You are at the drawing board of this situation. You need to take more control over it, though, and be serious about it. But release the trauma, work with other people, create your life. I mean, this stuff that's coming in, it's got to go. Intellectual. This is more of a, you've got to use your mind more here than your heart to get to where your heart is fulfilled. All right, there we go. That is the fire signs. Thank you so much for being here, fire signs. And now we will move on to the air signs. Air signs are next. Somebody's grandma was here though. But I couldn't focus. She kept, I said no. When they're like that, I leave. I make them leave. Get them out of here. Because I have to be able to focus on what I'm doing. But they can come in and drop in and say stuff, but I can't have her constant saying the same shit over and over. All right, so. Well, and that's one last one. One last one. That is the Eight of Raphael. Okay, so the Eight of Raphael, there you go with another cup sign, another emotion sign. It says you have to walk away from the situation even though you have put a lot into it. Because you have to move forward on your, what does it say, spiritual quest. Yeah. You got to move forward and build. You got to be the law of attraction. You got to build with others like a Capricorn would. Study the Capricorn. Okay. Oh, man. I didn't mean to put that Capricorn one in there. Oops. Maybe he just wanted to come back out to tell you, hey, here I am. All right. Wasn't that crazy? Last week we had the Empress come out on every single reading. That was wild. It was a really interesting. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Okay, so are we on to the air signs now? Thank you, Rhonda. I just saw that you were here. Yep. Madness said, dang, man. Oh, I thought it was empty. I was like, I didn't know I did that much. Madness says air signs. Tracy Lee. I think I need to hire somebody. Maybe I need to hire you, Madness. I think I need to hire somebody to come in here and learn how to chop up this video into sections. Because I just don't have time. I just don't have time. I need to hire a helper, a social. You know what? I was talking to a fellow, she's a healer out of Florida today. And she's like, the girl I was talking to, she had asked me if I wanted to do this, this, and this. And I said, I can't. I'm real busy. I have a hard time just doing anything for myself. And she says, oh, no, I'm her assistant. And I said, oh, she has an assistant now. It's like, damn, I want an assistant. That's pretty awesome. Someone taking care of things. But I don't know if I can handle having somebody else taking care of my social media, because I channel a lot of that in. When it comes through, I go and I put it, or I'll put like 2 or 3 or 4, into the next day if I know what's coming up in the astrology. But there's a lot of times I go back because I receive something in a download throughout the day, and I'll go edit it out and change it up a little bit because I know that message is needing to come through to someone who's going to see it. So you might want to watch my Facebook page. I put a lot there, and my TikTok. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about my TikTok. I'm like, I think 20 or 30 away from getting 1,000. So I'm going to start doing live tarot reads, love and relationship reads. I'm going to start doing those live as soon as I have 1,000 on TikTok. That's going to be fun. I love TikTok. I have so much fun with that. There's so many things that I can do there that I still haven't learned too. I want to see if I can connect TikTok in to this same service, but I haven't had a chance to. But if nothing else, I might be able to put my tablet up on TikTok, and then I'd have tablet here and then you guys here. So I might do that too. Oh, I love you, Renee. Brother, you're awesome. He says, maybe local radio TV majors at local colleges. One soul is seeking you, and it'll be the perfect match. Yes. It'd be great to get a college intern. Something like that. Just to assist me, like, with a lot. I haven't still finished the website, but I'm working with a website guy, a web builder. Because I'm trying to build a website that's not just GoDaddy or something like that. I'm trying to build a real secure website that will support astrology birth chart software, to where I'll just say go to ChandaSparkles.com and you can get a free birth chart and it'll be calculated for you. And then also the reason I'm doing this a little differently is because I'm a South Node Cancer, North Node Capricorn. And Capricorns are extremely successful, but it takes them a while to get there. And they're very methodical, and there's a lot of layers to the processes of what they build. And I'm feeling that a lot because I had my Capricorn nodal return, not, just so it was 18 months ago was when the last month of the Cancer and the Capricorn nodal return was happening. So I do my best, and once that website's up, it'll be great, because it'll be just like going and booking your hotel room. You'll just go to a little calendar. There'll be certain days that are all shaded out, and you pick your day and your time. It'll automatically send you a Zoom link for your session, and you pick your amount of time. If you want 30 minutes with me, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes with me. Each of those will be, different tiers. And then you pick which kind of reading you want, or which kind of energy healing, or if you're just wanting channeling, or you want cards. And normally I always do the astrology and the tarot a little bit in each session. The 30-minute ones are real hard. Normally that's just like your birth chart, calculating, analysis to that, and explaining to you who you are at a soul level, because that's your blueprint. Okay, there we go. Now we are on to air. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. I feel like I need to start with Libra. Libra, this is a time for you to really get in service with community, but yet drop all of your relationship woes. All of those things that have been keeping you concerned, maybe not so thrilled with some of the choices that you have made, Libra. You need some adventure now, and you need to get involved with something outside of your relationships. Get involved with, I don't know, so I'm seeing a comedy club. Go to a comedy club, or Go ahead and do like a poetry night somewhere. Maybe go and do this solo too. This is kind of a challenge for you, Libras, I understand. But I think it's going to give you such an expansion to where your woes won't be so woe. All right, and then we're on to Aquarius, my aliens of the zodiac, you genius people, you. All right, so Aquarius, with Saturn being there, you've been learning, you've been structuring, you've been having to redo, you've had blocks, this has gone on for over a year now. And you have about a year and a half left to go, maybe a little less. And, Aquarius, you've got Mercury about to come out of shadow. You're about to have a lot of clarity on where you're moving. I'm seeing you move. Maybe somebody's moving to another location, or maybe you're moving someone else and you're assisting someone else. Aquarians are really good about like being there for their tribe and helping, and I see you assisting someone. So you're assisting someone, okay? Remember, Aquarius, you have to be able to use your emotional side through this period. And sometimes that can be challenging for you. But you'll have less blocks with what it is that you're trying to do. You write the book to your reality. I'm seeing a book being written. I'm seeing a lot of communication stuff going on for you. You might be writing a blog, or you're doing something with writing something out. Aquarius, you got this on that. That's a good way to go with this. All right. Stomach is rumbling up and down for the air signs. Feeling all of this in my body. Feeling lots of tingles and sensations through the body. Just allowing it to flow. We're just allowing it to flow through the highest God spark self. Energy's getting really thick in here, and I can feel tingles everywhere. Okay. Now we are on. Who are we missing? Libra, Gemini. Oh, Gemini. You guys are in for the ride of your life right now. Everything that you're doing mentally, communicatively, what you're building, what you're creating, if you're doing it around your home structures, it's going to be amazing. Amazing. Make sure that whenever I see someone remodeling their house. Gemini is doing a remodel of some sort, or they're doing an upgrade throughout the home. And, home could be anywhere. Home is wherever you call home. Home could be rebuilding within the heart structure. Just rebuilding yourself back up even. There's a lot of rebuilding going on for you that's really great. Remodeling, rebuilding, revising. That's a big theme for the air signs, I feel, overall. It's a vast thing that you're getting done here. Vast. That's cool. That's very cool. Thank you, Amy, for notifying the time there, and I appreciate it. Revising my life. Yes. All right. Here we go. A little coconut water. Okay. There we go. Well, you have the Eight of Swords here, air signs. You've brought your element out from the get-go. There's nothing blocking your path. Your heart is secure. There's nothing blocking your path. You just don't realize it yet. Okay, so you have the Justice card in the challenging position. Justice is a major life event, major arcana. This is Libra energy. This is fair and balanced in relationships. It's like something here you believe to be blocked, restricted, not able to succeed at, I'm hearing. It's going to come in and it's going to like intertwine, they're saying, through a subconscious act. Something that you're doing, okay, something you're doing that you're unaware of subconsciously even. Like you may not even know this is going on with you. But something's going to weave in a balanced way to where you're able to manifest. Let's see what else is here. Ooh, okay, they want both these. This one's next. You have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Nine of Wands wants to show itself for the air signs. I think we saw that earlier. You've got two eights here. 8 is infinity. The Eight of Pentacles here is dedication. It's all-knowing in yourself, believing in yourself that what you're working on, what you're creating is going to be perfect. It's knowing that even though the trees may be thick, there's going to be an opening. Like earlier, like the sky opens up and you can finally see the sun and the moon. Okay, but you're feeling kind of blocked with all this. That's what I'm feeling. Like things are coming in around you. You're feeling things coming in around you. Everything's coming at you. You've got to learn to align yourself through your balance. Okay, you need to do some like poses, a yoga pose. Do some yoga poses. I'm seeing that. That'll help you. And fire breathing. Have you ever done fire breathing? Because you're an air sign, this would be really good for you to do fire breathing. Look that up. If you have a problem, message me. I have like 2 or 3 videos on fire breathing. The Nine of Wands is outside of you. So this is my hero coming in, not giving up, passionate, all-knowing. He knows that he's going to get to the end, and he knows that he's got to keep going even though it's been tough. So somebody outside of you is coming in as a hero. They're going to help you get in alignment with this, I feel. Emotions won't be as hard, and you won't feel as trapped. You know? There's something that you're really not seeing here, I think. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. That's beautiful. So you have the Justice card, Major Arcana, and now you have the Star card, which is in representation of Aries. I'm sorry, Aquarius, but it might be for an Aries. There may be an Aries rising. Okay, there's an Aries rising in here. Remember, these cards are for your sun, moon, and rising. This is beautiful. This is the epitome of faith. This is the wish granted. Gosh, there's something coming in that's really amazing for you. I'm feeling a pain coming through my head right here, shooting up my head. I can feel this. It's just like massive upgrades, massive frequency codes coming in that you're not seeing. But then once you get it all aligned and balanced, and you be an allowance to this person who's coming in to help you, you're going to have some amazing stuff happen to you. It's really, and I'm getting such a pain in my brain right there. They're wanting to tell me it's like a massive rewire of your brain. That's awesome. There you go. Another major life event, Major Arcana card for the air signs. We're on air. I hear you in the replay. The moon. You have the moon sign here. So The moon is here to tell you the intuitive flow is here. You may not see nothing right now, but the moon's going to come and illuminate everything for you. You will eventually see it. This is mysterious. This is a freaking full-blown knowing that as above, so below. What I'm creating here in every single now moment is my future. And everything in every last second and on, I'm not creating from that. I'm not going to create from there. We create from here, not from there. We create here. Not there, here. Don't even worry about the fact that you got to weave and bob and try this and that. And maybe you got to be a little shady about stuff in order to get this done, in order to release this, in order to be aligned within this beautiful star energy. You're not supposed to know everything right now. It's a very subconscious feeling, I feel. Well, the air signs. Look who wanted to pop up for the air signs at the end. Da, 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 da. It's the Empress. Yes. Oh, birthing all of the beautiful things in the world. Just about to birth everything. And that's a 3. So that's beautiful. Beautiful energy for you. Be the Empress, embodying all that is loved and all creatures that walk this earth, and knowing that you are everything and everything is you. All right, now we're going to grab an astrology oracle card for the air signs. What a nice reading so far. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Right there. You got the moon again. You got the moon twice. Air signs. Look at her. I mean, really look at that. Oh, jeez. She is like that Aries rising with the Aquarius moon or something like that. Because she's holding her fire, her light, her kundalini. And what was I saying? Doing fire breathing. Okay? She's holding her fire through her light. Because she's the air. It takes air to make fire. Through emotion. That's awesome. Okay. And then we have one of the Hidden Realms. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Tarot. Or not Tarot, Oracle. For the air signs. Seeing a spider. Somebody's got a spider. Cautious of a spider. I'm seeing a big, hairy spider. What is that? Oh, that's Capricorn from earlier. Dang it. Put that back in the deck, Chanda. Oopsie. That's the one they want right there. Yep. Okay, so we have the Empress here, and then you have the Lady of Lightning. The Lady of Lightning for the air signs. Aquarius. Your planet Uranus rules lightning. Uranus is in Taurus right now, squaring off to your other planet, Saturn, that is in Aquarius. This is all being squared off to Gemini and Libra, getting squared on all of this. Squares are challenges. Squares is like a tightrope. Pulling, pulling, pulling. Who's going to win, you know? The Lady of Lightning is here saying sometimes shocking and just things that come in fast and hard are our best option to get here. We have to have faith. We have to allow others. And you're not going to see this coming. But there's ultimate justice and balance coming in. And it's going to intertwine into your brain. I don't know why I keep seeing things intertwining into your brains. Like your brain is getting a total upgrade. Total rewiring on how you're going to see and perceive things and believe things and communicate things. All of it. All of it, air signs. Wow. It's a total paradigm shift. It says it right there. Total paradigm shift. Surprises, sometimes shocking. It's the number 35, so there's another 8. 1, 2, 3 8s here. I want you to look up 888 air signs. Thank you so much. I love you. I hope that helped you. We are moving on. What is the next sign? Oh, it must be the earth signs. They always seem to come in at the end. Isn't that crazy? I don't know why. I don't plan it. I go by what y'all say. It's not, hey, stop it. There's this. Yeah, somebody's in here laughing at me. Thinking I'm funny. Thinking I'm funny. That's funny. All right. Let's make sure all the cards are put away properly. And I want to give them a good little shift here just to make sure. I don't want, I mean, I shuffle these every time in between just to make sure we don't get, you know, but sometimes if the cards just say, hey, we're going to keep pulling out this card and this is the one you're going to see, it's a major message for the night. These cards do speak to you. There's a lot of work and love that's put into this before I even hit that live button. Thank you in the replay. Please like, share, and subscribe. We do contests here every single month on the new moon. I'm sorry, on the full moon week. So we have a big prize coming up. You definitely want to make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video. By commenting on the video, that puts your name in the drawing. If you're on Facebook, you need to go over to YouTube and you have to comment on the YouTube video. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Earth, Earth, Earth. I'm so sorry, but that's so funny. Tracy Lee, good grief. And get that mask off of you on your picture. I want to see your whole face. You have a pretty face. Don't put that mask on there. I like to see your face in the picture, please. My ex is a big, hairy, and scary spider. She's so funny. Oh, that's so great. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just now catching up here. A tarantula. Okay, there you go. There's a very good confirmation there. Thank you. Hello, Joshua. You made it just in time for the earth signs. We're starting with the earth. Anybody else here, earth? Okay, I'm on the second floor and I live on a canal. I have the window kind of opened where I can see, and I just seen I'm on the second floor. So something just flew by. It didn't look like a bird. It looked like a human just walked on by, kind of interesting. That'd be a first. You do. You must be busy. You busy getting a baby made? All right. This is the last element of the night. Last element of the night. And I'm just filling these cards. So we're going to stay with them. Normally I'd switch, but these are the ones. So earth signs, every single bit of your body is getting an upgrade, and you are the ones that are assisting the earth, Mother Earth, Gaia, through her process of releasing. She just recently, if you missed it earlier, you might want to go back and watch all the astrology. It's pretty amazing. If I must say so myself. But you, of all of the zodiac, are the ones who are grounding in to the planet literally just by breathing and being here in a body. You have a big responsibility to this planet, period. But we just had Mother Gaia release new frequency codes that are there for the picking. All you need to do is ask and receive, and they're there. You're the ones that are grounding this in. We're all going to ground it in, but you're the ones that helps to activate it for the release just by being who you are. Be in that knowingness as you move forward. Okay, and then so let's start with Capricorn. So we're going to do Capricorn. We're going to do Taurus, and we're going to do Virgo. Start with Capricorn, and we're going to pull up the nail clock because there's a lot of action going on in Capricorn. We have got Venus and Mars conjunct. Venus and Mars at 21 degrees are sitting right next to each other. The divine masculine and the divine feminine within ourselves. Everyone has both. We all carry these signatures within ourselves. The divine masculine, divine feminine. For me, my left side is divine masculine. My right side is divine feminine. That's how it was for many years. Until I integrated the both of them and brought in the unity of oneness, which birthed a golden child within me, which activated the structures of my body, all 4 body systems: spiritual body, emotional body, spiritual body, emotional body, mental body, and physical body. Now you do have some other ones like your astral body and your etherical body. There's a lot of others, but those are the 4 main ones that we're working with in this time period. And, you know, Capricorn, having that there in your sign for so long, and there's been so much going on there, it's kind of a blessing. It's a huge, it's a huge blessing that you need to realize that you can work on and integrate those and unify those right now. Love and relationships may be very hot for you right now. It'd be a very good time to go out and find a partner if you do not have one. Don't forget, you had the Pluto return. Everybody's been talking about Capricorn. You're super popular. And Pluto is breaking down, transforming, restructuring, doing away with all of the bullshit in your life. And promise you, by the time, so Pluto will move out of Capricorn around the beginning of next year. Then it will go into Aquarius for a little bit, and then it'll retrograde back for one last little peek at something you forgot to do, to see, hey, did you kill that off? Did you really finish that shit? Because if you didn't, I'm here to really kill. It's like the Grim Reaper coming back. And whatever it is you're not processing, not transforming, not transmuting at this time, it's going to happen next year. So do it now. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Capricorn? It's a really good week for you, though. You've got a lot of positive energy flowing at you. So use it. Okay, and then we'll move on to Taurus, who has the north node of the moon at 26 degrees Taurus. You also have Uranus there, the great shaker, upper, wakener, knocking you off your feet, making you rebuild everything differently. Awkwardly at times. Taurus, you like things done so brilliantly. You like things done lavishly. You like things comfortably and simply. It's kind of like an oxymoron with you because you like really nice, good things. And you know how to get them. But sometimes you just prefer things to be just fucking simple. And it's hard to have that balance within sometimes. Uranus is there making sure that you are aware that you can handle anything that comes to you, no matter what. In the form and fashion, so which you choose. So this week, I would say with all of this Pluto energy, and definitely with, all of this energy over here in Capricorn, which is squaring you. And then you have that beautiful sextile going on with Neptune. So, it might be a really good time for an easier flow of things towards the end of the week for sure for you. Things might be a little difficult because the moon is in Scorpio, challenging you. Anytime the moon is in your opposite sign, it's kind of being a challenging time. Always keep that in mind. All zodiac signs, when the moon is opposite you, you're going to be emotionally challenged in some way. So you keep that in mind when you're, keeping up at least with the moon cycles. All right. Thank you, Taurus. And then we'll move on to Virgo. So Virgo, there's not a lot going on in your house at this time, but you're getting squared by all this stuff that's happening in Capricorn. And because the sun is in Pisces now, sun is at 4 degrees Pisces, so we got a ways to go until we get to that 29th degree. That means the earth is in Virgo. That means that you can embody who you are through earth grounding, through, saltwater healing, crystals, really getting into the planet. Grounding your energies into this planet will help you to become the healer that you are. It's like, should I know everything? I'm a Virgo. I know, And now it's more of a flow of more emotional beingness with this, because you're feeding from the sun and Jupiter and Neptune all right there together, and that's all challenging you, and that's positive energy challenging you. But being a Virgo, sometimes that emotional Piscean, deep, dark, mystic energy is a challenge. But I say get into it. Really get into it during Pisces season. Really do the extra stuff that you don't normally do, Virgo. It'll bring you great benefits. It'll be clearer by the end of the week for sure, because there's some confusion going on there, I feel like. And there's a card upside down. I saw it. I saw you peeking out. Which one were you? Ay, Chingo Ringa. There it is. The 3 of Pentacles wanted to show its face. All right, so that's for the earth signs. 3 of Pentacles is all about building, collaboration. What are you manifesting and coming into a tangible reality? Coins are all about things that are in our tangible 3D reality. What we see, feel, taste, create, touch, All right. Okay, so this is the last reading. It's for the earth signs. After this, I will take no more than 3 questions. At the very end of this element read, I will take questions. Here we go. All right. We have the 10 of Swords and the Prince of Wands for the earth signs. We are starting with the earth signs now. Damn, something really messed you guys up. I'm feeling extreme pain, lots of hurt, even anger. I got another one. Okay, these are coming upside down because I'm holding them upside down. Queen of Swords. Look, this is challenging, hard, difficult energy. This is not easy. It's messed up. I'm even aggravated at this point for the earth signs. It's something that you're having to do over and over again, I'm hearing. And at some point, you're going to have to just cut off. I'm seeing a sword just literally slicing someone's head off. Now, I'm not telling you to go do that. That's all I'm saying. It's just a vision. But it's you cannot take it one more minute. You're done. And you're getting real hot-headed about it. Earth signs, you're going to need to watch your temper on this. You could really go left. I'm seeing, oh, fuck. Okay, I'm seeing a con. I'm seeing a con here. He's a prison guy. He has a lot of regret for what he did. He did something pretty bad. He's here for you, whoever this is. This guy that was in prison, he was imprisoned. He did it. He knows he's guilty. He's just a badass energy kind of feeling. That's different. Okay. Now we have the Eight of Swords here for the earth signs. Someone outside of you is coming in and they're making you feel as though you're trapped. No, they're trapped. They're telling you they're trapped. They're feeling trapped by you. They're feeling trapped by you. They've been dealing with this. They are the ones that have been dealing with this over and over. Someone outside of you. Okay, it's better now. I feel it. So the prison guy is all about becoming trapped. Someone's being trapped and they are guilty. Six of Pentacles. There is no give and take here. There's no equilibrium. There's no no handouts. There is no handouts with this situation. Shit. All right. You got the Nine of Swords. This is staying up late, anxiety in the bed, not being able to sleep. This is really challenging energies that you're dealing with. What's the bottom? Of course. Okay, so your bottom card here, earth signs, is the King of Cups. So now, let me tell you the difference between king and queens, okay? And all of it. The kings hold more of an intellectual, there goes the TV, like just off. This always happens. And that guy's over here. Okay, stop it. Anyway, there's emotional regret here. The kings hold the intelligence, the intellectual, the mind vibration codes, while the queens hold the more emotional, intuitive feeling side. All kings and queens. So that's an overlay of the card's energy. So when you have the King of Cups, that's like quadruple emotional, intuitive intelligence. It's like you're allowing all of the mind stuff, all of the hurt, all the words. You know, even the Queen of Swords here is saying, you know, it's a lot. We got to cut this off. We ain't going to feel trapped no more. We're not going to feel trapped no more. We got to cut this off. It's got to be done. Emotional intelligence. Where is your emotional intelligence? Are you even aware and activating it every single day within yourself? Earth signs? That's important. Really important. I love you all and you're so powerful. Just remember that. Remember that. You're powerful. And you can cut this out, but this is rough. This is not easy. You got three of the most difficult three of the most difficult cards here. And then to top it off with this queen. Did I just make that? Oh, shit. Sorry. Get that steel again. Okay, we're going to pull from the Astrology Bari for the air signs. Yeah. I'm sorry, the earth signs. So you got Uranus here. That is coming in fast, shocking, electrical, unexpected. We're kicking down this tower because you built it on a faulty structure card. It's also high beings intelligence. It's also out of this world soul cosmic family and other universes, other galaxies, other races. It's all of that. So keep that in mind whenever you are going through this, because I don't feel like you're coming out of it quick enough. There's emotional intelligence needed. That's a needed card. I feel that very strongly. The passion that you have, your challenge here with this wand, this Knight of Wands, coming in hard and coming in fast is an energy that you can no longer do. You can't control other people's shit, but you're gonna have to expect more of it because it's just here, and you're gonna have to sit tall like the King of Cups. And we're also going to pull from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. That's the one they want. I like it. I like it. What was I just saying? Otherworldly, other beings and other universes coming in. The Winged Wise Ones. This is your cosmic soul family. This is connection to the other realms, to the other frequencies. You're a multidimensional being, earth signs. Don't forget that. Don't always get caught up in this flesh suit thinking that that's who you are. Remember, you're multidimensional. You have multiple aspects. You have multiple timelines happening all at the same time. This is why you can switch and choose your direction of your timeline at any time through your multidimensionality. Don't forget that. You are wise. And then call on your highest self. Say, highest self now. Highest self now. Highest self now. Highest, most divine self now. Whew. Bring it in. Activate it. All right. That is it. We have done the water, the fire, the air, and the earth signs. Thank you so much, all of you beautiful elements. We do this every single week. And we're just about to wrap it on up. I will take a few questions, and then I'm going to get on out of here for the night. What a beautiful night. What wonderful frequencies. I feel so good with you here tonight. And you've just given me so much heart expansion. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. What do we have? Where's my moderators? Let's see here. Thank you, Amy. Just remember, always type your questions in caps. If you can, it helps me to keep up. And you kind of wait until the end of that reading. Because, okay, there's one. Thank you, Amy. She's the moderator on Facebook. Everybody give her some love. Send her some love codes for doing this with me every night and making sure that there's no foul play, no dark energies, no bullshit happening up in the Facebook page. Okay, I got you. Ashley Thomas is here. Welcome, sister friend. I'm so glad that you're here. Look at your beautiful family. You have some gorgeous energy there. That's some gorgeous daughters you have. I think that's your daughters. It looks like it. She wants to know if her and her husband are going to get back together. For this, I'm going to go to the Hidden Realms deck. And we will read from the book. The thing is with the Hidden Realms, and what I'm going to do, this is how, if you've never done this is how because all of these are in the upright. I read reversals and private readings and stuff like that, but I keep it in the upright here for people who want to be able to see the visual of the card. That's the point. But because we're going to be asking a specific question, we're going to go ahead and twist these and then shuffle. The Hidden Realms deck is interesting because if it comes in reverse, it has a reverse answer. If it comes in the upright, it has a different answer. So we're going to see and focus in on Ashley Thomas. I get a big smile in my heart when I feel your energy. You're very giving. You've been a doormat a bit. But you're very giving, very giving. There it goes. It just popped. See, it just pops in my hand. All right. This is the Web Weaver. And it says synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect for Ashley. We're going to look this up, but I'm already getting a tingle. And when I start getting a tingle in my brain right here, you have a lot of guidance, whether you call them angels or guides, soul family. Your higher guidance is very prominent and is trying to reach out to you about this. It's the number 4 too, which is the number for Aquarius. It's the number for the other, being service of the other. It's also a number of celebration. So let's look it up. And it came in the upright, so that's good. All right, the Web Weaver. The Web Weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on many. Every action, every thought, every word and deed is woven into the web of creation. When the Web Weaver appears as your ally, as she has because she's in the upright, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intention and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. Just when you need to make a connection, like magic, synchronicity occurs. Music reverberates through the web and plays in harmony with your own. This is the sign to trust in the connectivity between all events. Magic is afoot for you. If your query is about a relationship, the Web Weaver gives you the assurance that meaningful coincidence comes through to give you reason to hope. Potential grows into the reality with care and patience. It may take time. Remember that the web reaches far and wide, and you're only capable of perceiving a small part of it. Trust and pay attention to the patterns you see that play out in your life. All things will be revealed through the web. I hope that answered your question. Thank you, Ashley. All right. I feel positive about it, but I think it really has to do with you. It has to do with you and how you're creating. Where are you holding yourself? How are you holding your frequency? You cannot have your dream life unless you are in a higher, more vibrant, joyful state within yourself. That's how it works. You have to be able to create that through holding that space within yourself. All right. All right, so we are on to the next question. This will be the second question. I'll do 2 more, this one and the next. I see a beautiful path ahead of you, whether he comes back or not, because you received this guidance tonight, Ashley. Oh. Okay, I get it. My son was in prison, and my son has mental and physical disability. So you might want to message me. I do a lot of trauma counseling with people who've had other people in prison. I do that for people, and I'm also a widow, basically 3 times. So I get all of that. All right, so let's get back. Thank you, Ashley. Let's get back to the next question here. All right. Renee, what's your take on disclosure? Will the higher realms, galactics, ET, star families make contact? What's your view and what did this card say? Okay. Yes. Yes. So listen, this is my view on all of it, on the disclosure. It's already been disclosed, number one. But if you're waiting for this, first of all, I believe the Galactic Federation of Light is bullshit. I believe it's a false flag, false crap invented by the Deep Dark State. I don't believe in any of that. I don't believe in no Council of Nine. I don't believe in any of that. I believe in each person's individual higher guidance cosmic soul family. I believe there are other races in other galaxies outside of ours. I believe that once you're at a state, and I hate saying a higher state of frequency because it's not like we're higher or lower. We're all one doing this. It's where you hold yourself, where you're vibrating. Where is your joy? You know, are you feeling that joy every day? And once you get to that state, then you start to see things, or you're born with it, and then you have to figure it out. And trust me, I did a lot of drugs when I was younger. I mean, I wasn't like a drug addict shooting heroin or anything like that, but I did a lot of hallucinogenics, did a lot of acid, I did a lot of ecstasy, stuff like that. Because when you have these views and these visions and you can see this stuff, it's freaky at first. You know, you don't really understand it totally. At least I did in my experience. This is just me teaching from my experience and what I know. I see ships in the clouds cloaked all the time, but they aren't these metal, silvery boxes things. Like what everybody says is a ship that doesn't look like the ship that I fly around in when I'm in a dream state. I've gone to my planet a bajillion times. I could explain to you exactly what it looks like. I could explain to you the beings that are there and the ones that I've come in contact with. I can, you know, all of that. And I have total recall of my planet. Total. Visual, sense, smell, everything. Do I believe that there's beings? Yes. Oh, absolutely there are. Do I believe that there's other races? Absolutely. Yes, there are. Do I believe that there's going to be like this massive disclosure? I'll tell you what. The disclosure is that you are them. Okay? And when you understand that your abilities are the reason that you, because there's going to be multiple timelines. Okay? So before I even go here, there's going to be multiple timelines. So let's just go like this. Because there's a gajillion of them that could happen, right? And let's just say there's 3 outcomes. Let's just take the top 3, the most probable outcomes. In one of those outcomes, they pretend that we're all invaded, like, or something by these aliens to give us a scare so that they can see why they asked that they've been covering all this stuff all along. You know? Or in the next one, it's just that you vibrate to the new Earth that's at 5D. And all that other stuff that's going on, war and disease and famine and bullshit and just all that falls away. It's not part of your reality anymore. I believe that timeline is there. That really is truly what happens. There's a lot of, and I may disappoint some people and upset some people by saying this, but I believe that there's a lot of false prophets I don't get good energy off of, like, we'll just say David Wilcox, for instance. Never have. It's all about love and your frequency and where you are according to what timeline you end up on. The entire world is shifting. It's heading that way, but it's going to take a while. It might take 50 years. Or it might happen this year, because this year is so powerful. It depends on each person's consciousness and what they truly want to attract in. I believe that they're upping the ante, and I say they're, like the big controllers of the world, the elitist elites. I believe they're upping the ante, and I do believe we have galactic presence of other beings, other races that are assisting humanity. I believe that. But I don't know about this disclosure thing. I get a weird taste in my mouth on this. Every time I talk about it, think about it, I don't know. We'll see what the cards say. Oh, no. Come on. Come on. That one right there. Came out upside down. All right. And we got, I'm going to show it upright so you can see it, but know that it's in reverse. It's not an ally card. Ideas preserved, non-action, entitlement. 28. Did the Ice Queen came out earlier too, I believe. Did it? Oh, okay. On disclosure. 28. That's a 1. And that's so funny. I opened it directly to the number 10 card. So I said, that's a 10. That's a 1. And then a number 10 card opens right up. See? All right. 28. Ooh, getting tingles on my face again. Violets. Still smelling violets now. Ooh, those deep purple violets. It's a real pungent violet. That's been going around. Comes in and out. Ooh, it smells nice. Okay. 28. All right. So 28 is the Ice Queen. And because it came in the reverse, it's a challenger. This is your answer for the disclosure. For the beings. When the Ice Queen comes to challenge you, she asks you to look at the illusion of ownership. What have I been talking about? I feel like a lot of it's going to be illusion. Neptune is in Pisces. Neptune is illusion and delusion too. Do you believe you truly own anything in this world? For example, do any of us really own land? Do we own ideas? Or is it that we have simply laid claim to something we believe we're entitled to? Even inspiration is borrowed from spirit and shared by all in the field of divine consciousness. That divine consciousness permeates everything. Others have thought of even your most ingenious ideas somewhere else in time, right? And so what? Life incarnate is short. When you transition, which means when you leave the flesh suit and transition, you take nothing with you from this material world. The Ice Queen calls upon you to release your the Ice Queen calls upon you to release your hold on your relationships, your belongings, your home, and all aspects of your life. Let life flow as it will. It's Stop focusing on whether or not there will or no will not be a disclosure and what all of those people are doing and up in the news and all. No, just let it flow. Everything is impermanent. Once you recognize that, everything is seen as the living miracle that really it is, and you won't be frozen into self-induced limitations. It's time to let go of ownership in general and be grateful for and enjoy what you've been gifted with now. Well, that's pretty darn clear. Kind of just said everything I said. Anyway, that's awesome. I love these cards. They're really good. All right. One more. That's getting a bad taste in my mouth. Okay. Oh, Ashley, you're welcome. Yeah, reach out to me. If you go to Chanda Sparkles AstroTarot to my business messenger and just put your email and your cell phone number, you get on the waiting list and then I'll contact you. Okay? I know my son's in rehab right now for the 4th time. I know what you're going through. Thank you for waking up from the illusion. Oh, shit. This one will be fun. Amy says, this is the last question of the night, by the way. Amy says, who is haunting and visiting my house? Okay. It's a male. Oh my gosh. It's a male who had really bad, like, neck back issues because I'm just getting all this pain up in my back. And I mean, it's not just from sitting in this chair. It's like all of a sudden shooting pain from my neck and my back. Or this spirit is a pain in the neck. It's a nuisance. Let's ask the cards. Let's ask the cards who this individual is. He worked a lot. Hard worker. This is in reverse. Okay, so we got the Arrow Master, and it's funny. I was like literally looking and thinking of the Sagittarius card. You know, the Archer, the Arrow Master. That's crazy. Okay, hitting the mark, intention and detachment, and there's another 10, guys. Look at that. There's another 1. This is why I've been like, this whole energy tonight is we're kicking in the door to the beginnings of the demolition, of the breaking down, of the shifting of world structures and leadership. And I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but really truly understand that that is a prominent energy, that we are at the beginning. And this man, whomever he is, I felt like he was really working really hard physically during his life. Maybe he was like working on the land around you. I'm feeling very agricultural from this individual. Almost like a farmer from the olden days. All right. The Arrow Master, number 10. Let's see what the card says. And it came in reverse, so it's a challenge on this man who's hanging out in your house. Right? Backbreaking, I'm hearing. Backbreaking. Okay. The Arrow Master appears to let you know that if you continue on the present course, you could be shooting yourself in the foot. You're being challenged now to take a look at the motives behind why you want to reach your goal at all. Is this the path of true destiny or the lure of fantasy and ego desires? Are you setting intention to win something away from another or to get what you want, whether or not it's good for all? Remember also that life is not a completion. Life is not a completion. The concept of... I'm sorry, my bad. Life is not a competition. The concept of competition is flawed and encourages the perception of lack. It does. When you're in a competitive state with someone else, the only reason you're trying to compete with them is because you feel as though you're lacking something. Your time will come. Be very clear that you're pointing in the right direction. You don't chase your arrow. If your intention is to find an easier, softer way or shortcut to your goal, it's time to give that up, since it won't work in the long run anyway. Don't be seduced by quick get-it-now ideas. This is the time to ask for the highest intentions to replace the old ones. Sometimes a new set of arrows and another target altogether is needed. Then you can never miss your mark. I feel like you're missing the mark. I feel like that you're missing the target. I feel like that this spirit or this person that's lost or this entity or whatever it is that's around your house, the male that has a back-breaking, hard-working energy, you're missing the mark on whatever it is. Whatever you've been thinking it is not. It is not. Nope. Keep researching. Research the land that you live on. Research the land that you live on. Research the land around you within like a 30-mile radius or whatever. Like, research your actual property and then the land around you. Go from there. Once you have the knowledge of the land, the spirit will he'll let you know who he is. He's aggravated. He needs to go. I think he's stuck. All right. I hope that helped you. I hope that helped you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired, y'all. I cannot believe we went 3 hours. That's crazy. But you know what? I love it. And I have not. I mean, it's been so... I don't know. The energy for me has been really good, and I've been really grateful because I've been really scared that, like, okay, this is feeling pretty good, and I don't want it to stop, you know. But that has a lot to do with the fact that I don't watch the news and I don't pay attention to what the bullshit's going on. I mean, if I happen to see it, my rule is if I happen to see it and it comes up in my awareness, some of the stuff going on in the world, then I give it my attention. You know, I'm not putting my head in the sand, but I'm not going and searching it out. But if it happens to come up on my feed, or it happens to come up when I pull up my internet or whatever, and it's boom in my face, and my guidance is telling me to look at it, I do. I will say this, the whole war, Ukraine thing over there, I feel a lot of false flag from that. I don't feel like I don't feel like the energy can support that. And I feel like if they do play all of that out, there's a lot of illusion to that. That we're not really getting all of the clear gist yet. I feel like it's a lot of fear-based propaganda bullshit. So I don't give it my attention. Because I'm creating right now in this moment what's going to happen in my next moment. So I'll be damned if I'm going to be focusing in on the fear factors. I'm going to live my life because there's nothing specifically that I can do. Now, if you're like up in there and there's specifically something you can do, that is your calling. That is your unique soul's journey, and that's what you need to be doing. But there's nothing I can do besides be an astrologer. And study the cycles and be who I am and try to live my best life and teach through the trauma, the chaos, the healing, the transmutations, and the transformations that I've made through my very crazy life. So anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. I hate leaving you. It's just like, oh, I look forward to this every single week. Oh, I like that idea. Renee told Amy to light a candle near the window and invite him to go to the light and return to source. Beautiful. There you go. We can do that energetically long distance. I do a lot of energetic stuff too. Got a lot of different healing codes going to a lot of different people. Anyway, oh, I love it. Renee says, don't buy a ticket at the chaos window. That's great. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Renee. And I love that Amy says, I'll definitely look into blessing my house. I'll get the tobacco tomorrow. Yes, Geraldine, I will send him love and light. There we go. Okay, guys, I am out. Remember, tomorrow's going to be a little stressful. Could be a little tense. Thursday's going to clear up a little bit. Starting to. Friday's going to be beautiful. Saturday's going to be really good too. Sunday's going to be kind of a mellowish getting ready, but there could be some intensity starting. But if you're focusing on your frequency, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'll always be sending you love. All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you next Tuesday. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle. Remember, you're so powerful. You're the God Spark.